Sir, you can type it in the chat. The actual classes for the students will be taking in a hybrid Tamil and English mode, because this is a very specific request. Not a full Tamil, not full English. It's a mix of English and Tamil, more English and less Tamil, but still it will be a mix of Tamil and English. In this program for the faculty, what do you prefer? Do you prefer Tamil and English mix or pure English only? You can type that your option in the chat. What is your preference? Tamil and English mix or English only? Just type it in the chat. I just want to get the feedback from you. Okay. Tamil and English, good. Any? Okay, fine, good. Okay. Yeah, all the terms of reference, everything will be in English only, but Tamil definitely the mix will make it more lively. Right. Okay. Great. And the second question that I want you to give your have you already taken data analytics and ML to your students before? இதுக்கு முன்னாடி நீங்க டேட்டா அனலிட்டிக்ஸ் விஷுவலைசேஷனும் எம்எல்லும் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு பேப்பர் எடுத்திருக்கீங்களா? If you have taken yes or no, you can type it in the chat box. Okay, fine, fair enough, no problem. Okay, right, good. Okay, these are all the two questions I just wanted to get the opinion from you before I start. And very happy to be part of this training program for the faculty. And my name is Nagarajan. I graduated from Gindi Engineering College in 1992, Computer Science Department. Working in the industry since then, completed just 32 years in the industry. We have been doing a lot of analytics and software testing, and this is our passion also. Personally, I have taken training to more than 15,000 students in the last from 2000 to 2016 time frame. Lot of freshers and experienced people also. I'm a member in the Academic Council of Anna University. I'm a project advisor to IIT Madras Pravartak Technologies Foundation, which is the Section 8 company of IIT Madras. We also teach data analytics over the weekends to selective batches through IIT Madras and IITM Pravartak. We do a lot of data analytics projects for the government through private parties as well as government. We are very happy to be part of this faculty development program. I'm very excited. Very happy to be associated with a lot of faculty, experienced faculty also. Along with me, I have Ram Gopal Bulusu. Ram Gopal is having 17 to 18 years experience in the industry. He has been a consultant. He is also doing a lot of training in data analytics. He is closely helping me in this whole training program. 2 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி நான் முதல்வனுக்கு நாங்க full stack development, software testing, database concepts and soft skills இதெல்லாம் எடுத்திருக்கோம். 4 training எடுத்திருக்கோம் for more than 6,000 students. Now we are very happy to be associated with Non-Mudalvan platform to reach a large number of students in data analytics. இதுதான் எங்களுடைய brief introduction. Before we proceed to the data analytics course content, what we are going to do, etc., I just want to have a question to you all. இந்தியாவுடைய கிராஸ் என்ரோல்மெண்ட் ரேஷியோ டு காலேஜஸ், இந்தியாவில் மொத்தம் 25 கோடி மாணவர்கள் இருக்காங்க. 25 crore ஸ்டூடெண்ட் பாப்புலேஷன், ரைட் ஃப்ரம் ப்ரீ கேஜி டு 12th. 95 lakhs ஸ்கூல் டீச்சர்ஸ், 15 லட்சம் ஸ்கூல்ஸ். இத்தனை பேரையும் மொபிலைஸ் பண்றது. Now, what is your guess? இந்த 25 கோடி பீப்புள்ல, ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்ல, how many, what is the percentage of people who are joining higher education, means to colleges? You type your guess percentage here. உங்களுக்கு எத்தனை, இந்த 25 கோடி மாணவர்கள் ஸ்கூல்ல இருந்து எத்தனை பேர் காலேஜ், எத்தனை பர்சன்டேஜ் காலேஜ்க்கு வர்றாங்க? எனி கெஸ்? உங்க ஆன்சரை நீங்க டைப் பண்ணுங்க சாட்ல. $75%. ப்ரொஃபசர் ஹாஜா ஷரீஃப் 75% சொல்லியிருக்காரு. ஒருத்தர் 80%, ப்ரொஃபசர் மீனா 80% சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. 65% சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. 40 to 45% சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. 60%. 60%. இது நம்மளுடைய நாலேஜை வச்சுக்கிட்டு வாட் எவர் we know, we are putting this number. But the actual number is only 27%. The actual percentage of people who are enrolling to colleges, gross enrollment ratio to colleges, to higher education, 12th முடிச்சுட்டு higher education வரது just 25%. Sorry, 27%. அவ்வளவுதான். எவ்வளவு பேருக்கு இது ஷாக்கா இருக்கு? 60, 80 எல்லாம் சொன்னாங்க. நான் சொல்றது ஹோல் இந்தியாக்கு. ஷாக்கா இருந்ததுன்னா கை தூக்குங்க. மொத்த இந்தியாவுக்கு 27% தான் கிராஸ் என்ரோல்மெண்ட் ரேஷியோ டு காலேஜஸ். தமிழ்நாடு கூட, தமிழ்நாடு ஹாஸ் டபுள்டு, ஆல்மோஸ்ட் 48 to 50%. இதுதான் டேட்டா. நான் the reason why I told this number is, நம்ம நினைக்கிறது ஒன்னா இருக்கும், ஆக்சுவல் டேட்டா வேற சொல்லும். Data will never lie. Again, I am talking about only the gross enrollment ratio. How many people will finish the college? You reduce another 2 to 3%. 27% தான் ஜாயின் பண்ணாங்கன்னா எல்லாரும் காலேஜ் கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. அங்க ஒரு டிராப் அவுட் 2 to 3% இருக்கும். That's a big problem. Okay. So, இப்போ நான் ஒரு, I'm going to open my notepad and then show you something. Just give me a second. I'm going to share my screen now. Hope my screen is visible now. Yes, screen தெரியுதா? கை தூக்குங்க if so. பாருங்க. Let us take Karnataka. கர்நாடகால pre-primary schools to 12th standard மொத்தம் 1,20,20,00,000 பேர். மொத்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட் 1,20,20,00,000 பேர். up to 12th standard. ப்ரீ பிரைமரி 2 லட்சம் பேர், 1 to 5 54 லட்சம் பேர், அப்பர் பிரைமரி 6 to 8 31 லட்சம் பேர். Now just watch. 1லேருந்து 5ஆம் கிளாஸ் வரைக்கும் 54 லட்சம் பேர் இருக்கான். ரைட்? 6லேருந்து 8 31 லட்சம் பேர் இருக்கான். மொத்தம் 1லேருந்து 8 எத்தனை பேர் இருக்காங்க? 86 லட்சம் பேர் இருக்கான். 1ஆம் கிளாஸ்லேருந்து 8ஆம் கிளாஸ் வரைக்கும் 86 லட்சம் பேர் இருக்கான் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். ஏன்னா ஸ்கூல் கரெக்டாக இருந்தால் தான் காலேஜுக்கு அவன் வருவான். இங்கே தான் ஒரு வித்தியாசத்தை நீங்கள் பாருங்க. 1லேருந்து 8 86 லட்சம் பேர். ஸோ ஒரு ஆவரேஜ் போடுங்க, ஒரு கிளாஸுக்கு எத்தனை பேர் இருப்பான்? ஒரு கிளாஸுக்கு ஆவரேஜ் டிவைடட் பை 8 போட்டோம்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. 86 டிவைடட் பை 88ன்னே வச்சுப்போம். டிவைடட் பை 8 போட்டோம்னா 11 லேக்ஸ் இருக்கணும். ஒரு கிளாஸுக்கு 11 லேக்ஸ் இருக்கணும். ரைட்? ஸோ ஹையர் செகண்டரி 11th and 12th, சாரி செகண்டரி 9th and 10th. ஸோ ஒரு கிளாஸுக்கும் 11 லட்சம் பேர் 11 லட்சம் பேர் இருந்தான்னா 88 லட்சம் பேர் 1ஆம் கிளாஸ்லேருந்து 8ஆம் கிளாஸ் வரைக்கும் இருப்பான். இங்கே இருந்து 22 lakhs I am expecting. Correct? அப்படியே all the people who finish 8th standard, they all join 9th, they all go to 10th. அப்படி வச்சுட்டோம்னாக்க 11 22 லட்சம் இருக்கணும். 9ஆம் கிளாஸ்லயும் 10ஆம் கிளாஸ்லயும் 19 லட்சம் பேர் இருக்கான். ரைட்? 3 லட்சம் பேர் அங்கேயே காலி, இடைநிற்றல், டிராப் அவுட்ஸ். Now higher secondary, இதோட ஆவரேஜ் போடுவோம். Let us put the average here. 9th and 10th put together 19 lakhs, 20 lakhs வச்சுப்போம். ஸோ ஒரு கிளாஸ்க்கு 10 லட்சம். ஸோ இங்கே எவ்வளோ இருக்கணும்? 10 10 20 லட்சம் இருக்கணும் 11th and 12th. ஆனால் எவ்வளோ இருக்கு? 12 lakhs தான் இருக்கு. ஸோ 8ஆம் கிளாஸ் முடிக்கிறவன் 9ஆம் கிளாஸ் ஜாயின் பண்ணலை. 9 10 முடிச்சுட்டு 10ல் 11 12 ஜாயின் பண்ணலை. இடைநிற்றல், டிராப் அவுட்ஸ். திஸ் இஸ் ரியாலிட்டி. திஸ் இஸ் ரியாலிட்டி. உத்தரப்பிரதேசம் 4 கோடியே 71 பேர், 71 லட்சம் பேர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் பா, ஒரே ஸ்டேட்ல. 1 to 8 3.57 crores, 3.6ன்னு வச்சுங்களேன், டிவைடட் பை 8. அத்தனை பேர் படிக்கிறான். ஆனா செகண்ட் இங்க பாருங்க, அப்படியே எவ்வளவு டிராப் அவுட் பாருங்க. 62 லட்சம் பேர் தான் இங்க இருக்காங்க. 62 லட்சம் பேர் 9th and 10th முடிக்கிறாங்கன்னு வச்சுட்டா கூட 62 லட்சம் பேரும் இங்கே வரணும்ல. 15 லட்சம் அங்கேயே காலி, 47 லட்சம் தான் இங்க இருக்காங்க. 15 lakh students dropping out in a standard. இதுதான் நான் கேட்க சொல்றது டேட்டா. நான் ஸ்கிரீன் ஆஃப் பண்ணிட்டேன். இப்ப டேட்டா ஒன்று சொல்லுது இல்லையா? நீங்க ஒன்று சொன்னீங்க, 60% ஜாயின் பண்ணுவாங்க, 80% ஜாயின் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஹோல் இந்தியாவில் பார்த்தா உத்தரப்பிரதேசத்தில் டிராப் அவுட் ஜாஸ்தி, குஜராத்தில் டிராப் அவுட் ஜாஸ்தி, பீகாரில் டிராப் அவுட் ஜாஸ்தி, தமிழ்நாட்டில் கம்மி. ஆக்சுவலாக தமிழ்நாட்டில் 50%, அங்கேயே 50% டிராப் அவுட். 100 குழந்தை 17 வருஷம் முன்னாடி பிறந்ததுனாக்க 17 வருஷம் கழிச்சு 12th முடிச்சுட்டு 50 குழந்தைங்க தான் காலேஜில் ஜாயின் பண்ணுது. 50 குழந்தைங்கள்ல ஹவு மெனி பீப்புள் ஃபினிஷ்? ஏன் காலேஜ் படிக்கணும்? என்னத்துக்காக பண்ணணும்? why do we need that? நல்ல ஒரு வாழ்க்கை அமையணும்னா நல்ல ஒரு கல்வி அமையணும். அதுல நோ செகண்ட் தாட். செகண்ட் தாட்டே கிடையாது. கல்வி தான் லெவல் பிளேயிங் ஃபீல்ட். அறிவு அற்றம் காக்கும். நம்மள எல்லாத்தையும் காப்பாத்துறது கல்வி ஒண்ணுதான். அந்த கல்வி ஸ்கூல் எஜுகேஷன் வழியா வரலைன்னா கஷ்டம். Now do you see the staggering numbers? நான் இப்ப நம்பரை சொன்ன உடனேயும் உத்தரப்பிரதேசத்துல 9th 10th முடிச்சுட்டு அங்கேயே 15 லட்சம் மாணவர்கள் 11ஆம் கிளாஸே ஜாயின் பண்ணல. இது உங்களுக்கு எப்படி இருக்கு? இந்த நம்பரை பார்த்த உடனேயும் how do you feel? ஷாக்கிங்னா கை தூக்குங்க, அல்லது உங்க ஃபீலிங் அப்படியே உங்க சாட் பாக்ஸ்ல அப்படியே டைப் பண்ணுங்க. அதனாலதான் இதுதான் டேட்டா அனலிட்டிக்ஸ். நான் எதுக்காக இந்த பீடிகை போட்டேன் அப்படின்னாக்க, when you think something, when you read newspapers, when you do something, all these things will not give you the right picture. ரைட் பிக்சர் டேட்டாவை பார்த்தா தான் வரும். கரெக்டான டேட்டாவை பார்த்து நம்ம வச்சுருந்தா தான் கரெக்டான டிசிஷன் எடுக்க முடியும். பிகாஸ் இந்தியா இஸ் அ வெரி பிக் கண்ட்ரி. ஒரு ஸ்டேட்டும் வெரி பிக். தமிழ்நாடு 8 கோடி மக்கள், ஆந்திரா ஒரு 6 கோடி மக்கள், தெலுங்கானா ஒரு 6 கோடி மக்கள், கேரளா ஒரு 4 கோடி மக்கள். ஒரு இடத்துலையும் எடுத்திருந்தாலும் we are bigger than the whole of UK. ஒரு ஸ்டேட்டும் இஸ் பிகர் than UK. ஒரு ஸ்டேட்டும் பிகர் than ஆஸ்திரேலியா. நம்பர்ஸ் do not lie. எண் பொய் சொல்லாது. அதனால தான் தமிழ்ல கரெக்டா சொன்னாங்க. எண்ணும் எழுத்தும் கண்ணெனத்தகம். எழுத்த முதல்ல சொல்ல, என்னதான் சொன்னாங்க. எண்ணும் எழுத்தும் கண்ணெனத்தகம். Numbers are very, very, very important. Without the numbers, if we start taking decisions, we will be making some wrong paths. Wrong decisions தான் வரும். அதுக்காக தான் இந்த நம்பர். சரி, அடுத்த ஒரு நம்பர் சொல்றேன். இந்த நம்பர் நீங்க கெஸ் பண்ணுங்க பாப்போம். இந்தியால மொத்தம் எத்தனை பேரு, இந்தியாவோட பாப்புலேஷன் எவ்வளவு? 143 கோடி. 140 கோடின்னு வச்சு, 140 crores. இதுல எத்தனை பேர் ஐடியில வேலை செய்வான்? ஐடி இண்டஸ்ட்ரி, சாஃப்ட்வேர் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி. இதுல எத்தனை பர்சன்டேஜ் ஐடி இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில வேலை செய்யும்? கூகுள் பண்ணக்கூடாது. கூகுள் பண்ணாம எனக்கு ஆன்சர் சொல்லுங்க. இந்தியா 140 கோடி மக்கள் தொகை. இதுல சாஃப்ட்வேர் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில எத்தனை பேர் வேலை பார்ப்பாங்க? ஐடி இண்டஸ்ட்ரி ஒரு ஒரு பர்சன்டேஜ் சொல்லுங்க. 30% ஒருத்தர் சொல்லியிருக்காரு. ப்ரொஃபசர் ஞானமூர்த்தி சார் ஆரம்பிச்சு வச்சிருக்காரு. இன்னொருத்தர் 4 to 5% சொல்லியிருக்காரு. ராஜேஷ் சார், ப்ரொஃபசர். மூணு 15%, 1%, 25%. இல்ல, ப்ரொஃபசர் மணிகண்டன் சார் வந்து கொஞ்சம் கிட்ட வந்துட்டார். 1% வந்துட்டாரு. ரைட். ஆக்சுவலா நான் என்னுடைய ஸ்கிரீனை மறுபடியும் நான் ஷேர் பண்றேன். உங்களுக்கு இன்னொரு அதிர்ச்சி காத்திருக்கிறது. ஆ, just 1 second. நான் வந்து இங்க பாருங்க, 5.4 மில்லியன், 54 லட்சம் பேர் தான் இந்தியால மொத்தம். அதாவது ஐடி பிபிஓ ரெண்டும் சேர்த்தே இவ்வளவுதான்ப்பா. பியூர் ஐடின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா மொத்தமே 30 லட்சம் பேர் தான். ஐடி பிபிஓ புட் டுகெதர் இந்தியாவில் டேட்டா மொத்தம் 60 லட்சம் பேர் தான். 140 கோடியில 1%ங்கிறது 1.4 crores. அதுல பாதிங்கிறது 70 லட்சம். 0.5% கூட கிடையாது. நாட் ஈவன் 0.5%. ஸோ just 0.5% of the whole population is working in software industry. அவ்வளவுதான். நம்ம நினைச்சிட்டு இருக்கோம் ஒரு மாயை. எல்லா இடத்துலயும் நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சவங்க ஐடியில இருக்காங்கிறதுனால நமக்கு எல்லாருமே ஐடியில இருக்காங்கன்னு நினைச்சிட்டு இருக்கோம். இல்ல, 20% கிடையாது. 20%னா எங்கேயோ போயிடும். இந்த 0.5% ஆஃப் த பீப்புள் ஒர்க்கிங் இன் ஐடி இண்டஸ்ட்ரியிலேயே எவ்வளவு முன்னேற்றம் நடந்திருக்கு. ரைட். எவ்வளவு சாஃப்ட்வேர் வந்திருக்கு, எவ்வளவு கம்பெனி வந்திருக்கு, எவ்வளவு வேலை வாய்ப்பு வந்திருக்கு, எவ்வளவு அந்நிய செலாவணி வந்திருக்கு. we have got foreign investments, we have got foreign companies. You name any company in America or England or Australia or Singapore in software, they are all having one office in India. Doubt கிடையாது. மைக்ரோசாஃப்ட், ஐபிஎம், ஆரக்கிள், right? Cisco, SAP, Salesforce, you name any company, India, Wells Fargo Bank, Bank of America, எல்லாரும் இருக்காங்க. Bank, AXA Insurance இருக்குது. Everybody is here. நீங்க நினைச்சது 30% ஒர்க் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஆனா 0.5%, less than 0.5% of the population is working in software industry. இந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரி இன்னும் வளரத்தான் வளரும், குறையவே குறையாது. கொடை நாளில் கொஞ்சம் வெயில் கூட இருக்கும், குளிர் கொஞ்சம் அப்புறம் இறங்கும், மழை வரும், குளிர் வரும், ஏறி ஏறி இறங்குற மாதிரி சாஃப்ட்வேர் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியிலையும் ரெக்ரூட்மெண்ட் ஏறி ஏறி இறங்கும். பட் இட் இஸ் நெவர் கோயிங் டு ஸ்டாப். இட் இஸ் கோயிங் டு ஒன்லி இம்ப்ரூவ் அண்ட் இம்ப்ரூவ் அண்ட் இம்ப்ரூவ். நான் இந்த ரெண்டு விஷயத்தை நான் ஏன் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆரம்பிச்சேன்னா, நவ் டு யூ, ஐ ஜஸ்ட் ஸ்டாப் மை ஸ்கிரீன். நவ் டு யூ சி, நம்ம நினைச்சது ஒன்னா இருக்கும், டேட்டா ஒன்னா இருக்கும். நம்ம வீட்டில் எடுக்கிற டிசிஷன்ஸ் எல்லாம் மோஸ்ட்லி எமோஷனலா எடுப்போம். எமோஷனலா எடுக்கிற டிசிஷன் டேட்டா வச்சு எடுக்க முடியாது. யார் வந்து டேட்டாவை பார்த்து எனக்கு வருமானம் இவ்வளவு, மை எக்ஸ்பெண்டிச்சர் இஸ் திஸ் மச், ஐ வாண்ட் டு இன்வெஸ்ட் இன் திஸ் மச், ஐ வாண்ட் டு சேவ் திஸ் மச். So unless someone really calculates all these things based on the data, it takes decision, it will become a nightmare at some point of time. So data is very, very, very important. இந்த கான்செப்ட் இப்ப கிளியரா? இதுக்காக தான் இந்த டேட்டாவை வச்சு எப்படி நம்ம விஷுவலைஸ் பண்ணலாம், எப்படி டிசிஷன்ஸ் எடுக்கலாம், எப்படி ப்ரெடிக்ட் பண்ணலாம் அப்படிங்கறதான் நம்ம கோர்ஸ். ஸோ டேட்டா மேல ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் வரணும்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அவங்களுக்கு நம்ம தப்பா நினைச்சுட்டு இருக்கிறதெல்லாம் they have to unlearn. Is this concept clear? If this is clear, can you please raise your hands? Data will never lie. Data will tell the opposite to you. தான் அதனுடைய தாத்பரியமே. Okay, good. Now, again, I want to repeat this. The purpose of this course is not to teach data analytics to you because you may be already doing. நீங்க practically யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பீங்க. You might have already taken the class. You are already a faculty. இது அது இல்ல. இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில ஒரு டேட்டா அனலிட்டிக்ஸ் எப்படி யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க? டேட்டா அனலிட்டிக்ஸ்ங்கிறது ஒரு கடல். வாட் எக்ஸாக்ட்லி இஸ் நீடட் ஃபார் த இண்டஸ்ட்ரி, இதை எப்படி அப்ரோச் பண்ணணும், இதுல இருந்து என்ன நம்ம டிரைவ் பண்ணலாம் அப்படிங்கறத ஒரு டிஸ்கஷன் வச்சு நாங்க நான் முதல்வன் ஏபெக்ஸ் டீமோட டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணி we have come to a set of topics. The purpose of this faculty development program is what we are going to take to the students அப்படிங்கறத அந்த டாபிக்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணிட்டு this week இந்த ஃப்ரைடே சாட்டர்டே, அடுத்த ஃப்ரைடே சாட்டர்டே, அதுக்கப்புறம் அதுக்கு அடுத்த ஃப்ரைடே சாட்டர்டே நேரா வருவாங்க to equip you how a project work should be evaluated. ஏன்னா more than 9,000 students, I think 5,000 to 6,000 ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு மேல என்ரோல் பண்ணுவாங்கன்னு எதிர்பார்க்கிறோம். When such a crowd comes, we cannot evaluate independently. So you will be in a position to evaluate them. So ஒரு இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில ஒரு டேட்டா அனலிஸ்ட் அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஜூனியர் வந்து ஒரு சப்மிட் பண்றாருனாக்க எப்படி எவாலுவேட் பண்ணுவாங்களோ அப்படி உங்களை எக்யூப் பண்ணுவோம். அதுதான் இதோடைய நோக்கம். நாட் டு டீச் எவ்ரிதிங். உங்களுக்கு ஆல்ரெடி தெரியும். Either you would have done a course, or you would have taken a course, or you would have already guided some people, or you may be already doing a consultancy work through your college or university. இதோட எய்ம் அது இல்லை. இதோட எய்ம் என்னன்னாக்க how to equip you on all these topics so that you can evaluate the students' project work. Every 2 weeks, we will conduct MCQ also for the students to keep their academic understanding clear. I strongly believe in micro assessments. சின்ன சின்ன டெஸ்டா மல்டிபிள் டெஸ்ட் வைக்கிறது பெட்டர். ஒரே டெஸ்ட் பெருசா வைக்கிறத விட more frequent tests, micro assessment is working much better. Right? இதுதான் இந்த ட்ரைனிங்கோட எய்ம். Now let me start showing my screen and explain the topics to you. This is the course topic. There are totally 12 weeks. of this, there is a case study. 12th week is a case study. 12th and 13th week கூட போகும் அது. We are planning to start from July 1st week. Analytics na என்ன, எதுக்காக analytics? When you see the numbers in in a graph, that will give a different picture. Visualizing கண்ணால பார்க்கறது பெட்டர், நம்பர்ஸை படிக்கிறத விட கண்ணால பார்க்கறது பெட்டர், ஒரு கலர் போட்ட கிராஃப் பார்க்கறது பெட்டர். ஸோ விஷுவலைசேஷனுடைய பவர் எக்ஸல்லையே பண்ணலாம். we can do it in Excel itself. ஏன்னா Excel is one of the most powerful tools. lot of industry experts Excel இல்லாம ஒரு நாள் கூட நகர்த்த முடியாது. Excel இல்லாம வேலையே நடக்காது most of the organizations. அது ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் ஆகட்டும், காலேஜ் ஆகட்டும், இண்டஸ்ட்ரி ஆகட்டும், பேங்க் ஆகட்டும், எக்ஸல் ஓடும். கவர்மெண்ட் ஆகட்டும். விஷுவலைசேஷனுக்கு நிறைய சாஃப்ட்வேர் இருக்கு. பவர் பிஐ பை மைக்ரோசாஃப்ட் இருக்கு, அண்ட் டேப்லோ இருக்கு. வாட் வி ஆர் ட்ரைங் டு டூ இஸ் மெட்டாபேஸ்னு ஒரு ஓப்பன் சோர்ஸ் டூல் இருக்கு, ஃபினாமினல் டூல். பவர் பிஐலையோ அல்லது டேப்லோலையோ வாட் யூ கேன் டூ எவ்ரிதிங் இன் மெட்டாபேஸ் ஆல்சோ. ஸோ மெட்டாபேஸ் எப்படி யூஸ் பண்றது, மெட்டாபேஸை ஒரு டேட்டாபேஸ்ல எப்படி கனெக்ட் பண்றது. Again, we assume that the students know at least one database before they come here. That is already given in the assumptions. மெட்டாபேஸ்க்கும் டிபிக்கும் அது MySQL இருக்கலாம், Postgres இருக்கலாம், எப்படி கனெக்ட் பண்றது. நவடேஸ் எல்லாமே தானா நடக்கணுங்க. எப்படி மைக்ரோசாஃப்ட் தானே செக் பண்ணுதோ, ஸ்பெல் செக் பண்ணுதோ, கிராமர் செக் பண்ணுதோ, ஆட்டோமேட்டிக் கிராஃப் டிராயிங்கே இருக்கு. நான் எதுவுமே டிரா பண்ணுவேன், ஆட்டோமேட்டிக் அதுவே போட்டு கொடுக்கும். சார்ட்ஸ் எப்படி போடுறது, டேஷ்போர்ட்ஸ் எப்படி போடுறது, ஒரு சார்ட்டை கிளிக் பண்ணினா அதோட டீட்டெயில்ஸ் ட்ரில் டவுன் ஆகி எப்படி வருது. இந்த மெட்டாபேஸ்க்குள்ள மல்டிபிள் யூசர்ஸ், அவங்களுக்கு ஆக்சஸ் ரைட்ஸ். ஒரு பெரிய கம்பெனி இருக்கும், அதில் அக்கௌண்டிங் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட், ப்ரொடக்ஷன் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட், குவாலிட்டி டிபார்ட்மெண்ட், ஸ்டோர்ஸ், பர்ச்சேஸ், டிஃப்ரெண்ட் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ஸ் இருக்கும். பர்ச்சேஸ் ஆள் குவாலிட்டி டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டோட டேட்டாவை பார்க்கலாம், ஆனால் குவாலிட்டி ஆள் ஃபைனான்ஸ் டேட்டாவை பார்க்கக்கூடாது. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்ஷன்ஸ் எல்லாம் எப்படி வைக்கிறது. எனக்கு டேட்டாபேஸ் எஸ்கியூஎல்லே தெரியும், இந்த எஸ்கியூஎல்லை வச்சுக்கிட்டே நான் அப்படி கிராஃப் போடுறது. எக்ஸல் மாதிரி நான் பைவட் டேபிள்ஸ் இன்னொரு வெப்சைட்டில் நான் போடணும், நான் போட்டுருவேன், ஒரு லிங்கை மட்டும் கொடுப்பேன், அந்த லிங்க் அவங்க எடுத்து யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கணும். அது எப்படி பண்ணுறது. தென் வில் பி டாக்கிங் அபவுட் people should see different examples from different industry. ஒரு கஸ்டமர் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில டேட்டா எப்படி இருக்கும், ஹெச்ஆர்ல டேட்டா எப்படி இருக்கும், ஒரு இஆர்பி என்டர்பிரைஸ் ரிசோர்ஸ் பிளானிங் எஸ்ஏபி அல்லது ஆரக்கிள் அல்லது ராம்கோ அதுல டேட்டா எப்படி வரும், இ காமர்ஸ்ல எப்படி டேட்டா இருக்கும், அதை நான் எப்படி விஷுவலைஸ் பண்றது, அதுல எப்படி பார்க்கறது, என்ன பார்க்கறது, இதெல்லாம் சொல்லுவோம். So first 5 weeks will be visualization, fundamental data visualization. 6th weekல இருந்து MLAI ஆரம்பிக்கும். இந்த MLAIல எக்ஸலை வச்சே சிலதெல்லாம் பண்ணலாம். We can do it with Excel. என்னென்ன இடத்துல வாட் ஏரியாஸ் டேட்டா சயின்ஸ் டு பி அப்ளைட், இப்போ எங்க டேட்டா சயின்ஸ் அப்ளை பண்றாங்க, ரைட். நம்ம வந்து இது படிச்சிருப்போம், வெக்டர் படிச்சிருப்போம் மேத்தமேட்டிக்ஸ். வெக்டர் எங்க யூஸ் பண்றோம், எந்த இடத்துல வெக்டர் நமக்கு ரியல் லைஃப் அப்ளிகேஷன் வருங்கும் பொழுது, இப்போ நம்ம windy.com போறோம், நிறைய பேர் பார்த்துருப்பீங்க, புயல் வருது, மழை வரதெல்லாம், ரைட். இஃப் யூ see here, இவங்க ஆரோ போடுறது எல்லாமே வெக்டர். இந்த விண்ட் ஒரு ஸ்பீட்ல போறது, இது நார்த் ஈஸ்டர்ன் டைரக்ஷன்ல போறது, ரைட். இங்க விண்ட் வருது, இது சவுத் ஈஸ்டர்ன் டைரக்ஷன்ல இந்த விண்ட் போறது. இங்கேயும் 30 மணி நேரம் காத்தடிக்கலாம், இங்க 20 மணி நேரம் காத்தடிக்கலாம். காத்து 20 மணிக்கு 20 மணி நேரத்துக்கு கிலோமீட்டர் வேகத்துல வீசுறதுன்னு சொல்லலாம். ஆனால் வாட் இஸ் த டைரக்ஷன், இங்கே இருந்து இதெல்லாம் இந்த ஹோல் சாஃப்ட்வேர் வெக்டர் ரொம்ப யூஸ் பண்றாங்க. ஒரு புயல் எங்க மூவ் ஆகும், வெக்டர் இஸ் யூஸ்ட், ஜியோஸ்பேஷியல் டேட்டா இஸ் யூஸ்ட். ஸோ நம்ம மேத்தமேட்டிக்ஸ்ல படிக்கிற ஒரு விஷயமும் டேட்டா சயின்ஸ்ல யூஸ் ஆகுது. 9, 10, 11th 12th மேத்தமேட்டிக்ஸ் தெளிவா இருந்துச்சுன்னா ஐ எம் வெரி ஹாப்பி டு சி லாட் ஆஃப் மேத்தமேட்டிக்ஸ் ப்ரொஃபசர்ஸ் ஜாயின் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. ஐ எம் வெரி வெரி ஹாப்பி. 9, 10, 11, 12 மேத்தமேட்டிக்ஸ் ஒருத்தனுக்கு கிளியரா இருந்துச்சுன்னா மெஷின் லேர்னிங் அண்ட் ஏஐங்கிறது ஒரு விஷயமே கிடையாது. அவனுக்கு அடிச்சு சொல்ல முடியும். ஸோ எங்க எக்ஸலை வச்சு யூஸ் பண்ணலாம், மேட்ரிக்ஸ் வச்சு யூஸ் பண்ணலாம், 5 பாயிண்ட் அனாலிசிஸ்னா என்ன, இதெல்லாம் பத்தி சொல்லுவோம். அடுத்தது பைத்தான் பேசிக்ஸ் சொல்லி கொடுத்துட்டு பைத்தான்ல லீனியர் ரிக்ரெஷன்னா என்ன, லைன் ஆஃப் பெஸ்ட் ஃபிட் எப்படி ஒர்க் ஆகுது, பே பெஸ்ட் அல்காரிதம் எப்படி சூஸ் பண்றது, பைத்தான் கோடை வச்சு எகைன் வி வில் யூஸ் கூகுள் கொலாபை வச்சுக்கிட்டு, ஏன்னா நிறைய லோக்கல் இன்ஸ்டால் பண்றதை விட வி நீட் சம் பெட்டர் மெஷின்ஸ் கூகுளே கொடுக்குறாங்க. கூகுள் கொலாப் யூஸ் பண்றது பெட்டர். ஸோ பைத்தான் லைப்ரரிஸை வச்சுக்கிட்டு ரிக்ரெஷன் மாடல்ஸையும் கிளாசிஃபிகேஷன், ஏன்னா மெஷின் லேர்னிங்ல ரிக்ரெஷன், கிளாசிஃபிகேஷன், கிளஸ்டரிங் இந்த 3 தான். இதுல நம்ம இதுலயும் ரிக்ரெஷனுக்குள்ளேயே நிறைய இருக்கு, கிளாசிஃபிகேஷன்லயும் நிறைய இருக்கு. நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போறோம்னா அவங்களுக்கு இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷனி 1 or 2 மாடல்ஸை சொல்லி கொடுத்துட்டோம்னா அதுலேருந்து அவங்க டெவலப் பண்ணிக்கலாம். பிகாஸ் வி ஹவ் காட் ஒன்லி 48 hours டு கவர். 10 டாபிக் கவர் பண்றதை விட 2 டாபிக் எடுத்து நல்லா எடுக்கணும். ஸோ தட் அவன் 2 ஒழுங்கா புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டான்னா அவனுக்கு அடுத்தது ஈஸியா இருக்கும். இதுதான் வாட் த இண்டஸ்ட்ரி எக்ஸ்பெக்ட்ஸ். இதுல ஒரு முக்கியமா என்னன்னா அகாடமியாவுடைய எய்ம் என்ன, அகாடமிக்ஸ் அவனுக்கு நாலெட்ஜை கொடுக்கணும். அகாடமியோட கோல், லட்சியம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு நாலேஜ் வரணும். அந்த நாலேஜை அவனுக்கு அப்ளை பண்ண தெரியணும். டைரக்டா அவனை தூக்கி ஒரு கம்பெனில உட்காத்தி வைக்கணும் அந்த அளவுக்கு அப்ளை பண்றதுக்கு நம்ம ட்ரைனிங் கொடுக்க முடியாது, டைமும் இல்லை. பட் அவனுக்கு நாலேஜ் உள்ள போயிடணும். நாலேஜ் அவனுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ண தெரியணும். எந்த இடத்துல யூஸ் பண்ணணும், எந்த அளவு யூஸ் பண்ணணும், எப்படி யூஸ் பண்ணணும். இதுல ஒரு பிரச்சனை நான் என்ன பண்ணணும், அது இண்டஸ்ட்ரி சொல்லி கொடுக்கும். இண்டஸ்ட்ரி எப்படி இது பண்ணும், இண்டஸ்ட்ரியை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் 3 பாயிண்ட் தான். டைம், ரிசோர்ஸ், காஸ்ட். சொன்ன டயத்துக்கு பண்ணி கொடுக்கணும், சொன்ன காஸ்ட்டுக்குள்ள பண்ணி கொடுக்கணும், இருக்கிற ரிசோர்ஸோட கேப்பபிலிட்டி கரெக்டா இருக்கும், தெரியாதவளால் போடக்கூடாது. இந்த டைம், ரிசோர்ஸ், காஸ்ட்ல தான் பிரச்சனை வந்துச்சுன்னாக்கா நஷ்டம் வந்துடும், கம்பெனி வளராது, கம்பெனி மூடணும். ஸோ இண்டஸ்ட்ரி ஆப்ரேட்ஸ் ஆன் டைம், ரிசோர்ஸ் அண்ட் காஸ்ட். அதில் பிரைமரி ஃபேக்டர் காஸ்ட். If cost is going to be bleeding for the company, then company is not going to grow, company is going to shut down the doors. அறிவு இருக்கு, அறிவு இல்லை, அதெல்லாம் கணக்கு கிடையாது கம்பெனிக்கு. ஆனா அகாடமியாக்கு காசு வருது, லாபம் வருது, கணக்கு கிடையாது. இது ரெண்டும் வேற வேற இடங்கள். ஆனா அகாடமியா இல்லாம இண்டஸ்ட்ரிக்கு ஆள் கிடைக்க மாட்டான். அவன் காலேஜ் டிகிரி பாஸ் பண்ணிட்டு வரணும், அல்லது எங்கேயாவது இடத்துல கத்துக்கிட்டு வரணும், அதை ஒருத்தன் சொல்லி கொடுக்கணும். ஸோ த கோல் ஆஃப் 2 different areas are different. இந்த 2 ஸ்பேஸும் டிஃப்ரெண்ட். ஆனால் இஃப் அகாடமியாலே இந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரி மாதிரி டாபிக்ஸை வச்சுட்டோம்னா ஈஸியா போகுங்கிறதுனால தான் நான் முதல்வன் டீமும் நாங்களும் உட்காந்துக்கிட்டு இதை இந்த இந்த ஒரு கம்பெனியில ஒரு ஃப்ரெஷர் உள்ள வரான், அவனை ஒரு 10 நாள் ட்ரைனிங் ப்ரோக்ராம்ல போட்டு ஒரு கம்பெனி அவனை எப்படி ப்ராஜெக்ட்ல டிப்ளாய் பண்ணும் அதை மட்டும் போடுறோம். இதுக்கு முன்னாடி இருக்கிற தியரி, டூ மச் ஆஃப் தியரி அல்லது டூ மச் ஆஃப் கேஸ் எல்லாம் எடுத்துட்டு எக்ஸாக்டா கம்பெனி அவனை 1 மாசம் ட்ரைனிங்ல போட்டு இண்டக்ஷன் போட்டு அந்த ட்ரைனிங் கொஞ்சம் அவனை தூக்கி ப்ராஜெக்ட்ல போடும் இல்லையா, அதே மாதிரி தான் இந்த சிலபஸை டிசைன் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஒன்று கையாள கோடு எழுதி செய்யறது, கையாள கோடே எழுதாம இப்ப டூல்ஸே இருக்கு. ஆட்டோ எம்எல் அப்படிம்பாங்க. நான் அங்கங்க கிளிக் பண்ணி அந்தந்த இடத்துல அப்படியே நம்ம செஞ்சோம்னாக்க கான்ஃபிகர் பண்ணோம்னாலே, ஐ திங்க் மை வாய்ஸ் இஸ் கிளியர் ரைட் ஃபார் மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த பீப்புள். சில பேர் கேட்கல அப்படிங்கிறாங்க. Hope my voice is clear, right? Please raise your hands if so. Okay, good.
Your voice is clear.
Okay,
your
good.
voice is clear.
Okay, thank you, Ji. Okay, right. Now Let me share once again. நான் சில பேருக்கு bandwidth இருந்திருக்காது. They may have to reconnect. Some teething problems as usual. Okay, no problem. Anyway, we have got recording. This recording will also be passed to you. இன்னி தேதிக்கு கோடே பண்ணாமலே மெஷின் லேர்னிங் பண்ணலாம். To some extent, not 100%. It will take you to 60 to 70% அங்க கொண்டு விட்டுரும். அதே மாதிரி ஜெனரேட்டிவ் ஏஐக்குமே ஆட்டோமேட்டிக் டூல்ஸ் இருக்கு. நம்ம எதையும் கையாளலாம் கோடு பண்ண வேண்டாம். ஒரு காலத்துல லாகிரிதமிக் டேபிள் பார்த்துக்கிட்டு இருந்தோம். இப்போ அதெல்லாம் வந்துட்டு கால்குலேட்டர் டைரக்டா போயிட்டோம். உலகம் ஆல்வேஸ் இஸ் இம்ப்ரூவிங். எவ்ரிதிங் இஸ் ஃபார் அன் இம்ப்ரூவ்மெண்ட். இல்ல 1988 நான் வந்து அந்த டேபிள் வச்சுதான் நான் பார்த்தேன், அப்படிதான் அடுத்த ஜெனரேஷன் பார்த்தோம்னா நான் தான் முட்டாள். இண்டஸ்ட்ரி இஸ் இம்ப்ரூவிங், அகாடமி இஸ் அப்கிரேடிங், ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்துகிட்டே தான் இருப்பாங்க. நம்ம அந்த டெக்னாலஜிக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி மூவ் ஆயிக்கும். ஸோ ஆட்டோமேட்டிக் எம்எல் கையாள கோடு தான் எழுதணும், அவன் தான் பெரிய ஆள், அது கூட தேவையில்லை. இப்போ எல்லாத்துக்கும் இதை எப்படி இந்த டூலை யூஸ் பண்ணணும்னு தெரிஞ்சாலே அவன் பெரிய ஆள் ஆயிடும். அதே மாதிரி ஜெனரேட்டிவ் ஏஐக்கும் டூல்ஸ் இருக்கு. ஹவு டு யூஸ் தட் டூல் ஸோ தட் என்னுடைய ஜாபுக்கு அது பெட்டரா இருக்கும், இதெல்லாம் தான் நம்ம பார்க்க போறோம். அப்புறம் இந்த கேஸ் ஸ்டடி இந்த வாரம் டுடே அண்ட் டுமாரோ ராம் கோபால் வில் டேக் யூ டு தீஸ் திங்ஸ். இந்த ஒரு டாபிக்கையும் எடுத்துட்டு 48 hours என்ன சொல்லி கொடுப்போமோ அதனுடைய ஒரு அப்ரிஜ்டு வெர்ஷன் உங்களுக்கு என்ன, பிகாஸ் யூ ஆர் ஆல்ரெடி வெல் வெர்ஸ்ட் வித் கம்ப்யூட்டர் சயின்ஸ் ஆஸ்பெக்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் டேட்டா ஆஸ்பெக்ட்ஸ். ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் அப்படியே இதுல என்ன பண்ண போறோங்கிறத மட்டும் சொல்லிடுவாரு. அடுத்த ஃப்ரைடே சாட்டர்டே இதெல்லாம் பத்தி சொல்ல போறோம். அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு ஃப்ரைடே சாட்டர்டே நேர வந்து ஹவு டு பிரசன்ட் அ ப்ராஜெக்ட், வாட் இஸ் த எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன் இன் ப்ராஜெக்ட், ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்ட்ல என்ன கொடுப்போம், என்ன அவுட்புட் வரணும், என்னென்ன கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கேட்கணும், என்னென்ன காமன் லாஜிக் அப்ளை பண்ணியிருக்கணும், என்னென்ன பொதுவான தப்பு பண்ணுவாங்க, ஆல் தீஸ் திங்ஸ் வில் பி டைரக்ட்லி given by ராம். இதுதான் இந்த கோர்ஸினுடைய ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரக்சர். ஃபார் த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் ஆல்சோ வில் பி டேக்கிங் தமிழ் அண்ட் இங்கிலீஷ் கலந்து or English less Tamil, but all the terms of reference will be only in English. And all the sessions will be recorded, all the sessions will be uploaded in non-Moodle platform so that students can refer anytime. Every other week, alternate weeks, we will have MCQs also to continuously assess the people. இதுதான் இந்த செஷனுடைய முக்கியமான விஷயம். இந்த கான்செப்ட் கிளியரா? If this concept is clear, can you please raise your hands? Great, excellent. Before we go to in the data visualization வந்து நான் ஏன் சொல்றேன் அப்படின்னாக்க, I'm just going to show you something. இதுதான் பவர் ஆஃப் டேட்டா. அதோட நான் என்னுடைய லெக்சரை முடிச்சுக்கிறேன். பவர் ஆஃப் டேட்டா அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு ஒரு முக்கியமான எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஆஃப் ஃபோர்டு மோட்டார் கம்பெனி தெரியும் இல்லையா உங்களுக்கு? ஃபோர்டு மோட்டார் கம்பெனி which is the one of the leading companies. யூஎஸ்ல பிளான்ட் வச்சிருக்கான், தமிழ்நாட்டில் பிளான், எல்லா இடத்துலையும் பிளான்ட். இதனுடைய மார்க்கெட் கேப் வேல்யூவேஷன் கூட, மார்க்கெட் கேப்னா இந்த கம்பெனியுடைய ஒர்த்து எவ்வளவு? 4.77 கிலோ க்ரோர் அப்படின்னு போட்டிருக்கான். ஒரு க்ரோருங்கிறது 7 சைஃபர், கரெக்டா? கிலோ க்ரோர் அப்படின்னாக்க 10 சைஃபர், 7 3 10 சைஃபர். 10 சைஃபர் போட்டோம்னா என்ன வரும்? 6 சைஃபர் போட்டா மில்லியன், 9 சைஃபர் போட்டா பில்லியன். ஸோ 47 பில்லியனா இவனுடைய வேல்யூ. இன் பில்லியன்னே போடுவோம், இன் யூஎஸ்டி பில்லியன். ஃபோர்டுடைய வேல்யூவேஷன் 48 பில்லியன். மெக்கானிக்கல் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில ஆர்என்டி பண்ணணும். எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் சர்க்கியூட்ஸ் இருக்கிறதுனால எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி ஆர்என்டி பண்ணணும். ஆர்என்டி டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல ஆரம்பிச்சு சப்ளையர்ஸ், மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் பிளான்ஸ், ஒர்க்கர்ஸ், குவாலிட்டி கண்ட்ரோல், டீலர்ஸ் எல்லாரும் இவன் தான் செய்யணும். ஷிப்பிங். இந்த கம்பெனியோட வேல்யூ 48 பில்லியன். இந்த கம்பெனி இன்னைக்கு வாங்கணும்னா நீங்க 1 பில்லியன்ங்கிறது 8000 கோடி ரூபாய். அத்தனை பணம் கொடுத்தா இந்த கம்பெனியை வாங்கலாம். இது கிளியர்? இப்ப நான் இன்னொன்னு காமிக்கிறேன் பாருங்க. இது ஃபோர்டுக்கு பார்க்காம யூபருக்கு பார்ப்போம். யூபரோட வேல்யூஷன் பாத்தீங்களா? 148 பில்லியன். ஃபோர்ட் ஆர்என்டில ஆரம்பிச்சு மெக்கானிக்கல் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி, ஹார்ட் கோர் மெக்கானிக்கல் இன்ஜினியர்ஸ், ஹார்ட் கோர் எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் இன்ஜினியர்ஸ், ஹார்ட் கோர் கம்பஷன் இன்ஜினியர்ஸ் எல்லாரும் வச்சு ஆர்என்டில ஆரம்பிச்சு ஷிப்பிங், போஸ்ட், சேல், சப்போர்ட் வரைக்கும் கொடுக்குற கம்பெனிக்கே வேல்யூ 48 பில்லியன் தான். யூபருக்கு ஒரு பிளான்ட்டும் கிடையாது. யூபருக்கு ஆர்என்டி மெக்கானிக்கல் இன்ஜினியரே தேவையில்லை. யூபருக்கு ஆர்என்டி எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் இன்ஜினியரே தேவையில்லை. யூபரோட சொந்தமா ஒரு கார் கூட கிடையாது. யூபரோட பேரோல ஒரு டிரைவர் கூட கிடையாது. ஆனா இவன் வேல்யூ பாருங்க, 148 பில்லியன். ஏன்? ஏன்? நான் என்னோட ஸ்கிரீனை ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். இங்கதான் விஷயம் இருக்கு. ஃபோர்டு காரை வித்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் நான் எங்க அந்த கார் எடுத்துட்டு போறேன், எங்க போறேன், எப்படி போறேன், எந்த டயத்துக்கு போறேன், எதுவுமே ஃபோர்டுக்கு தெரியாது. ஏன்னா ஃபோர்டு கிட்ட அந்த டேட்டாவே வராது. வேற யூபர் நோஸ். இன் சென்னை, Monday mornings, how many people on an average book cabs in Uber to airport, to central railway station? தெல்ல தெளிவா அவன்கிட்ட டேட்டா இருக்கு. He can take better decisions. இது நடந்த, என்னுடைய வாழ்க்கையில நடந்த ஒரு விஷயம். ஒரு 6 years பேக் நான் என்னுடைய ஆஃபீஸ்ல கம்ப்யூட்டர்ல ஐ வாஸ் சர்ச்சிங் சென்னை டு திருவண்ணாமலை டிஸ்டன்ஸ் ரூட் அப்படின்னு போட்டேன். இது நான் கூகுள் மேப்ஸ்ல சர்ச் பண்ணது. இது நடந்த விஷயம். இதுதான் நான் பண்ணது. நான் பண்ண ஒரே ஆக்ஷன், சென்னை டு திருவண்ணாமலை டிஸ்டன்ஸ் அண்ட் ரூட். 2 நாள் கழிச்சு என் ஒய்ஃபுக்கு ஒரு கூப்பன், பிளானிங் ஃபார் அ கிரிவலம் இன் திருவண்ணாமலை, ஹியர் இஸ் த 50% டிஸ்கவுண்ட் கூப்பன், ஓலா அவுட் ஸ்டேஷன். நான் சர்ச் பண்ணது கூகுள்ல, பண்ணினது ஆஃபீஸ்ல, ஆஃபீஸ் கம்ப்யூட்டர்ல. கூப்பன் வந்தது யாருக்கு? என் ஒய்ஃபுக்கு. அது எப்படிப்பா? கோயின்சிடன்ஸ் எல்லாம் கிடையாது. இதெல்லாம் கோயின்சிடன்ஸே கிடையாது. நான் தான் அங்க சர்ச் பண்ணினேன். எனக்கு போடாம என்னோட பாஸுக்கு ஏன் அவன் போட்டான்? How did you know? How did he know it is the same person? என் ஆஃபீஸ்ல என் ப்ரௌசர் இருக்கு, அதுலயும் என்னுடைய இமெயில் ஐடி ஓபன் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கேன். there is a cookie, same me logged in my laptop, the same email id in my laptop at home, cookies are there. கூகுளுக்கு தெரியும் இந்த நாகராஜன் அந்த நாகராஜன் சேம் தான், ஒரே இமெயில் ஐடி. லேட்லாங்க வச்சு அது ஆபீஸ், இது வீடுன்னு கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டான். அடுத்தது என்னுடைய ஒய்ஃபைல டேட்டா போறது இல்ல, அந்த டேட்டாவும் உனக்கு தெரியுது. ஒரே ஐபி அட்ரஸ்ல இருந்து இன்னொன்று போனும் கனெக்ட் ஆகுது. ஏன்னா என் ஒய்ஃபும் கூகுள் யூஸ் பண்றாங்க, நானும் ஓலா யூஸ் பண்றேன், அவங்களும் ஓலா யூஸ் பண்றாங்க. எங்கிட்டயே கொடுத்தா டைரக்ட் மார்க்கெட்டிங்கை விட அப்படி கொடுத்தா இன்னும் பெட்டரா இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு செஞ்சால. இதுதான் பவர் ஆஃப் டேட்டா. Ford doesn't have any of these data. Ford will not have any way to capture this data. டேட்டா இல்லாததுனால தான் அவனுடைய வேல்யூ கம்மி. இண்டஸ்ட்ரி ரெவல்யூஷன், ஸ்டீம் என்ஜின், இன்டர்னல் கம்பஷன் என்ஜின்ஸ், அதுக்கப்புறம் இந்த ஏர்லைன்ஸ் வந்தது, ஜெட் அண்ட் ஏர்கிராஃப்ட், டுடேஸ் அண்ட் கம்ப்யூட்டர் எலக்ட்ரானிக்ஸ் வந்தது. டுடே எல்லாத்தையும் தாண்டி வாட் இஸ் மோர் வேல்யூபிள்? டேட்டா இஸ் மோர் வேல்யூபிள். யூபர்ட்டையும் ஓலாட்டையும் அந்த டேட்டா இருக்குது, பிளிப்கார்ட்டு அந்த டேட்டா இருக்குது, அமேசான் கிட்ட அந்த டேட்டா இருக்குது. யாரு எப்ப எதை வாங்குவான்? நாகராஜனை பத்தி என்ன தெரியுமோ அதை விட நாகராஜனை பத்தி கூகுளுக்கு நிறைய தெரியும். இதுதான் டேட்டா. That is why this next revolution is already it has started. It's a data revolution. Using data, so many things can be done. So, இந்த டேட்டாவை எப்படி யூஸ் பண்றது, இந்த டேட்டாவை எப்படி மீனிங்ஃபுல்லா யூஸ் பண்றது, இந்த டேட்டா வச்சுட்டு நான் எப்படி ஒரு முடிவு எடுக்கிறது, how can I make better informed decisions using data? A small wrong move will cause millions of dollars as a loss to the companies. So எப்படி லாபகரமா நடத்தலாம், எப்படி குவிக்கா நடத்தலாம், எப்படி ஆப்டிமைஸ் பண்ணலாம், டேட்டா இஸ் த கீ. இதுதான் இந்த கோர்ஸுடைய whole purpose. Get the students so that they are data aware. They know the basic techniques of analytics and data. As a faculty development program, how you can come to the level of a data analyst quickly and then evaluate the project done by the students. We will be giving lot of sample data. Sample data நாங்களே CSV files, tab separated files, Excel sheet கொடுப்போம். So people should use the data, infer from the data. Is this concept clear? If so, please raise your hands. Thank you. With that, I will hand over the room to Ram Gopal. Ram Gopal is one of our AS data analyst peer person. He has taken a lot of course and he has voluntarily helped a lot of students. He recently did one rural women development program for 6 months back. We trained certain people and then we recruit those people for computer operations. Ram personally trained those people, not in data analytics, but in software testing and computer operations. நேத்திக்கு வந்து தமிழ்நாட்டில் 7,000 ஸ்கூல்ஸில் இந்த கம்ப்யூட்டர் ஹைடெக் லேப் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்டர்ஸ் போட போகிறாங்க இல்லையா, அதில் இந்த 3 பேர் செலக்ட் ஆயிட்டாங்க. இந்த 3 பேரும் கிராமத்தில் இருக்கிறவங்க, லேடிஸ், படிச்சிருக்காங்க, கல்யாணம் ஆயிடுத்து, பிரேக் இந்த கேரியரே ஸ்டார்டே பண்ணல, அதுக்குள்ள பிரேக். ஸோ அந்த குழந்தை பிறந்துச்சு. நவ் ஒரு படித்த படிப்புக்கு ஒரு வேலை பார்க்கும் போது நாங்கள் ட்ரெயின் பண்ணினோம். கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கீமில் ஹைடெக் லேப் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்டராக உள்ள வந்துட்டாங்க. So we are extremely happy to be part of training those people. So எங்களுடைய சந்தோஷம் எதுலன்னாக்க enabling others through rigorous training mode. Over to you. ராம் கோபால் வந்து வாலண்டரியா அந்த ட்ரைனர்ஸ் நிறைய பண்ணியிருக்கிறாரு. ராம் கோபால் knows தமிழ், இங்கிலீஷ், தெலுங்கு அண்ட் ஹிந்தி. ஸோ அதனால he can train all over India. Over to you, Ram. Thank you everyone. வணக்கம். நான் எக்ஸிட் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். ராம், யூ கண்டினியூ. மியூட்ல இருக்கீங்க. You are muted, Ram. Please unmute. இல்ல, காதுல கேட்கல. அன்மியூட் பண்ணுங்க. No, Ram, we are not hearing you. No? இல்ல, மியூட்டா தான் இருக்கு. அன்மியூட்டே ஆகலையே. What is that? Ganesh, unmute, Ram.
Sir, I have given the permission to Ram Gopal, sir.
No, Ram. நீ பேசுறது தான் வாயில தான் கேட்குறது. பட் few seconds before we have heard you. Nope.
Sir, please select your mics.
மைக்கை செலக்ட் பண்ணலையா சரியா?
எஸ் சார், மைக் ஒழுங்கா செலக்ட் பண்ணிருக்க மாட்டாங்க.
மைக் செலக்ட் ஆகல சார். அன்மியூட்ல தான் சார் இருக்கு.
ராம், No,
Just give me a minute, sir. I'll call Ram Gopal, sir.
no, Ram, we are not hearing you. வேணா rejoin பண்ணு, just rejoin.
Hi everyone. Everyone were able to hear me, right? Can you raise your hand, please? Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Nagarajan sir explained about what is the power of data and how and where it can be used, right? From our normal general life, where data will be using. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. In our real-time scenarios, Nagarajan sir shown some examples, but from our real-time வந்து நம்ம data எங்க யூஸ் பண்ணலாம்? Knowingly or unknowingly also will be using data in our real-time. Every day we'll be using data. Can you share any scenario? Just share a scenario where we'll be using data. Yes, please. Where we'll be using data. Simple example. You can type in the chat. It is not that complex in okay, like share markets. Okay, okay. Share market vandu, sports vandu, okay. Okay, buying milk, okay. Okay, petrol pump, okay. All these are the outside. Okay, in from this I think most of you are married, right? Education, yes. School, college, admission, yes. See, in our in the marriage life, okay, whenever discussions start between the spouse, okay, we'll work with the data only. On that day, on that particular time, you did this. On that day, on particular time, you did that, right? That is also data only, right? Yes or no? When we discuss with our spouses, okay, we start with data on that day, on that time, on that particular scenario. Experience speaks, yes. So every experienced spouse, I'm trying not to be gender specific. Okay, I am just giving a real time scenario which everyone, this can happen. This can happen with a spouse. This can happen with your brother, mother, sister, everyone. We talk with data only. Every argument will start with data only. Right. Okay. On the lighter note, that is one of the example. I'll share one particular scenario. I'll be sharing my screen 1 minute. You are able to see my screen, right? Can you just raise your hand if you are able to see my screen? Yes, right. Thank you. Thank you. See, this is a this is a supermarket bill. How many of you actually go for purchasing? I think every one of us will go for purchasing, right? You saw this supermarket bill, right? It is just a supermarket bill. For us, it looks like a supermarket bill. Okay, with Tamil and uh, this is just a supermarket bill, right? In the supermarket bill, if you take, who are the beneficiaries or who are the stakeholders from this particular supermarket bill? My main purpose for showing this particular example is just to make you understand what are the areas where data can be data can be used. Type பண்ணிட்டீங்களா this what are who are the stakeholders in the supermarket bill வந்து stakeholders யாரு யாருக்கு இந்த bill யூஸ் ஆகும்? Can you text please? Yes, and the supermarket bill I am showing one more time. In the supermarket bill யாராருக்கு யூஸ் ஆகும்? இது ஒரு சூப்பர் மார்க்கெட் பில். இந்த சூப்பர் மார்க்கெட் பில் வந்து product, quantity, rate, value, the next total, the next GST, CGST, okay, state government is GST and the total. This is the supermarket or supermarket bill. This supermarket bill யாராருக்கு actually use ஆகும்? Supplier, production, sales team. Yes, right. All department stores, buyers, sellers. If you take in the supermarket bill, யாராருக்கு யூஸ் ஆகுமான்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நம்மளுக்கே யூஸ் ஆகுமா? Right. What are my purchases? Is my purchases increased from last year to this year or from last month to this much? If increased, what is the percentage? Right. For it will be used for the yes, we ourselves. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First, next ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುಮೋ? Supermarket. Supermarket. If you take any of the supermarket, the supermarket key use ಆಗು for their invoice. So what is the purchases that I have done? Purchases came in, purchases went out, and yes, seller. Yes, and not only that, their employee performance also can be evaluated using this particular bill. If we go to any supermarket, there you will be at the counter, uh, you will be having a button where you will be pressing for the employee performance, right? Right, அங்கே ஒரு mission மாதிரி they'll put, right, and they will ask to press the button. Are you satisfied? Are you not satisfied? Good, very good. And based upon our experiences, we'll press the button and we'll come back. So employee performance, oh, இது இந்த bill வந்து நமக்கு யூஸ் ஆகும். Then next supermarket வந்து invoices, what are their purchases, that details they will get. Also employee performance they will get. And if they want to expand their business, right, these bills, all the purchases and everything, all these will show to the bank, and they will get the loan, right? For all these things, whatever the small bill, whatever we are just saying, that will be helpful. Not only supermarket, who else are the beneficiaries? The manufacturing companies. Manufacturing companies will give will give to the supermarket, and supermarket will sell their products, right? Supermarket will tell that, sir, in the product நம்ம ஏரியா வந்து கம்மியா கம்மியா போகுது, இந்த ப்ராடக்ட் நல்லா போகுது, so this product I don't require, this product I require. So manufacturing companies will also get an idea with this small bill. Apart from that, who else are getting benefited with that? Who else are getting benefited with that? Banks also. Banks will get the information from the supermarket, also from us. See, sometimes what will happen, you will get a call from your credit card bank stating that your purchases are good, so we want to increase your credit limit. On what basis they will get to know that information? In the மாதிரி whatever purchasings you do, from that only you will get benefit, right? They will get information, right? ஒரே ஒரு நிமிஷம் ப்ளீஸ், ஒரே ஒரு நிமிஷம், சாரி, ஒரே ஒரு நிமிஷம். Yes. Then next, banks will get benefited, banks will get the information. Then next, who else will get the information? Banks, government, next state government, central government. State government and central government will get taxes from these bills, right? From the supermarket through these particular bills, right? So if you take any of these particular this looks like a small bill, but who are the stakeholders in this? Customer himself, supermarket, manufacturing companies, bank, state government, central government, right? So state government and central government, so totally six six stakeholders are there with that small particular bill. Yeah. Sometimes what we'll do, if we have a habit of maintaining the records, we'll keep that. Otherwise what we'll do, we'll throw that bill. But that bill and the data in that particular bill have that much significance. So when I start, okay, my presentation to the students, I will take this as an example, and I will go with more and more examples and more scenarios, so that no, they will get used to what actually data is, what is the significance of data. And now you might get a doubt that, okay, now we are discussing about the data, who are the beneficiaries, where this can be used. See, next, if you take, these are the places where data can be useful. All these are the supermarkets. You are able to see my screen, right? Can you raise hand, please? Okay, thank you. So these are the places where data can be used. And these are the manufacturing companies. Above, first, if you take, these are the supermarkets. And these are the manufacturing companies. And these are the banks. Right? These are the banks. In all this area, data will plays a significant role, right? Now we understood what actually a data with example, and what are the industries where data will be very useful. Okay, right. Once that is done, now I will describe about the data. If you take data, we'll be having different type of data, right? What are the different types of data you are actually aware? I will tell one example. One is numeric data. One is numeric data. And the other type of data, yes, please. What are the other type of data that you have come across in your real time scenarios? One is numeric data where you will be having the values, grouped data, ungrouped data. Okay. Okay. Data, if you take, we are having different type of data. Next, I will explain about the different type of datas. I will show that also. See, first I'll explain about what is the data with example I have explained. Next is different type of data. If you see different type of data, these are the different type of data: numeric data, categoric data, text data, time series data. We all talk about data, but every data is actually categorized into one particular group. Okay, one is numerical data. Numerical data na namaku values, continuous values, temperature, height, income, age, இது எல்லாது numeric data வந்து வரும். Then next categorical data. Categorical data na gender, color, education, low, medium, high. இது வந்து நமக்கு category data வந்து வரும். Then next is text data, unstructured data. Unstructured data will become part of your text data. In Google you will be seeing this. If you type anything, no, then you will get some information that is actually a text data. Then next நமக்கு time series data இருக்கும். Okay, time series data, someone mentioned, right? Stock prices, weather data, sales data. This is another form of data, time series data. Then next, spatial data, longitude, latitude, or when we are actually traveling from ನಾನು ಹಿಂಗಂದು ಕೇರಳ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನ ಹಿಂಗಂದು ಮದುರೈ ಪೋವನ್ನ ಎಂದ ರೂಟು, what is the longitude, what is the latitude, what is a map I need to, what is a route I need to go, in which route traffic is less. அது வந்து நமக்கு spatial data வந்து வரும். Then next, binary data. We all know binary data, 0 and 1, which uses in our computer science or digital communication, right? Adhikapuram, we have image data, video data, all pictures. Now, if you open your mobile and if you see, if you click on one particular photo, all photos of that particular person will come as a group, right? So that is called the image data, or video data also same. Then next, audio data, Boolean data. Audio data na whatever the speech recognition, music, audio, idelladu audio data ಅಂದು ವரும். Then next is Boolean data. Boolean data na true or false, yes or no, true or false. Adikapram we are having sensor data which we are using in our IoTs. Temperature, pressure, ಇದೆಲ್ಲದು sensor data ಒಂದು ವரும். Okay, these are the different type of data which I am going to explain to the students. Or data ki two three examples, one particular data with two three examples, the next another data with two three examples. அந்த மாதிரி நமக்கு இந்த data வந்து நமக்கு actually structured and unstructured data, two types of data, structured and unstructured data. Structured data நம்ம எங்க யூஸ் பண்ணலாம், unstructured data எங்க யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். Then next, semi structured data is also there. Semi structured data நம்ம எங்க யூஸ் பண்ணலாம், full detailed examples with the scenarios I'll be explaining. Okay, then next, main important thing, and like Nagarajan sir was saying, I know that you all are teaching from many years, so I know that you know all these concepts, but I am actually trying to explain you what I am actually going to explain to the students. Okay, so first I will explain about the data with some examples. Adhikaram, the next, data types. Then next, where we'll be using data in our organization level. We have seen at a personal level, organization level, and how we'll be seeing what is the steps in the data. Okay, steps in making a decision with the data. Now I am going to explain that one. See, first step is the data. Data அன்னா எப்பவுமே அது raw format வந்தே இருக்கும். Okay, data will always be in raw format only. If I ask, okay, who is best example is when you are transferred to one location to another location. Okay, what are the steps you'll actually see? Okay, how far my office is from my school, from my home. Then next, where is my office? Then next, where I need to take a house, so that my kids will kids school will be near, and what are the schools that are available in that particular place. அது எல்லாது raw data, right? Kids school, my office area, and where I need to take rent. Then next, from that you will get 3 4 options. All those options will become an information. Okay, office in the place, and these are the nearby places, or these are the nearby schools where my office and his school is also very well equipped, and from where I can drop them and go to office. And மாதிரி think பண்ண முடியும், right? Then from data it will move to information. Information will become a knowledge. Knowledge will become a decision. This is the complete flow of the steps in business intelligence, or in the decision making. When it comes to the organization, we might call this as a business intelligence. But if I ask one simple doubt, okay, you want to purchase a mobile, what are the steps you will follow? Yes, if you want to purchase a mobile, what steps you will follow? Or if you want to go for a movie, what steps you will follow? Can you just type, if you want to purchase a mobile, what are the steps you will follow? You are able to hear me, right? Everyone were able to hear me, right? Hello?
Yes, sir, your voice is audible, sir.
My voice is audible, right? Okay, okay, then yeah, okay. See, if we want to purchase a mobile, first I look what is my budget. First, what is my budget? From that budget, what are the mobiles that are available in the market? Okay, I will get the all the mobiles that are available in the market. So that will become a raw data, initial data. From that, I will look into the features of each and every mobile. That will, okay, these are the mobiles. Yes, verify all market. These are the mobiles available in the market. In Apple 14, 15, 16 version, in Samsung some other versions, or Oppo mobile, or OnePlus mobile. Like that you will get information of all the mobiles. From that information you will try to see, okay, my requirement is like that. So with this requirement, what are the options that I am going to have. So with my requirement, I look for the options, right? Once I find three or four options from this particular information, from the three or four, I'll pick one mobile. So whether it is mobile, whether it is my my dress, or the college, or the movie, or going to a cricket match, or anything. Okay, unknowingly we will follow all these 4 steps. All the 4 steps: data, information, knowledge, and finally decision. Now we all actually concluded our summer vacation also, right? Before summer vacation, whoever planned and went for some outing, okay, they also might have followed all these steps. Okay, which place we want to go, what is our budget, whether we get tickets or not, from where, what are the hotels there we need to stay, whether hotel is good or what. All these will become part of the data, information, knowledge, and decision. So I'll be explaining about that. So data analytics, in this I will explain all these examples. Okay, once that is done, Nagarajan sir actually shown this. Once that is done, then next I'll be explaining the power of visualization. Okay, I have the data, right? Why I need actually why I need visualization? What is the necessity of visualization when I have the data itself? Right, I will show one small example. Just a minute, please. I'm trying to opening one. Yeah, if you take this particular example, global stores. In this global stores, you are having around 50,000 records. Just a minute. In this particular global store, you are having around 51,290 records. If I ask you to make some analysis, you cannot, from this particular data, you cannot make any analysis out of this, right? To do the to do that, you either need to go for a pivot table, or you need to go for visualizations based upon your project requirement, right? So what is the significance of visualization? Why I cannot actually make Greek and Latin out of this particular scenario? That I will share with one example, one classic example. See, if you take, this is one small example which actually I explained to all the students. A virus that spreads through droplets and virus particles released into the air when an infected person breathes, talks, coughs, sings, cough, or sneezes. Large droplets may fall to the ground in few seconds, but tiny infectious particle can linger in the air and accumulate in indoor places, especially where many people are gathered and there is poor ventilation. If I give this big sentence to any one of you or anyone, they cannot make anything out of this. Okay, with this I will get to know that, okay, this is some virus. Virus means what type of virus? For normal fever also, you will get the same symptoms, or if it is a corona also same symptoms, or if it is a flu also symptoms, or if it is malaria also same symptoms, or dengue also most of the time same symptoms, right? But when I show this particular example, a small kid, 2 years kid also, by seeing this visualization, he will tell that this is a coronavirus, right? And as per the research, the as per the research, the picture will record in our brain more effectively than some text, right? If you see, if I ask, okay, 12 2011 2000 in 2011 World Cup, on which ball India won the match? How many of you remember on which ball India won the match? 48th over, 47th over, 46th over. On which over and which ball? Who is the batsman means we know. Okay, who is the bowler? How many of you remember on which date? Actually, on which date World Cup final happened? Okay, last over. That is a guess. That is a guess, last over. But if I ask exact ball, 48.2, 49.1, how many of you remember? But if we close our eyes, we'll remember the Dhoni shot. November 19, 2023. November. Sir, I'm talking about 2011 World Cup. 2011 World Cup, where Dhoni hit the six. 48.5, super sir, 48.5. And how many of you remember Dhoni's shot? If we close our eyes, still we can recollect, recollect this Dhoni shot in Chepauk Stadium, right? That is the power of the visualization. And okay, if I ask how many of you long six, yes, how many of you remember on which day ISRO's whatever the land craft they send on moon landed on the moon, on which day and what time? August 24th. Okay, August 24th. At what time and what seconds? 6:04 p.m. Super sir, your data is super fast, or you are super fast in Google? Oh, two of the options are correct here. So 6:04 p.m. And in this 6:04 p.m., how many? If you close your eyes, you can still see that particular visual of that landing on the moon, right? That is the power of visuals. That is the reason when we go for a long drive, we'll see more and more visuals, with 2 BHK flat with 48.5 crore in OMR, 42 BHK with 70 lakh onwards. They'll put big hoardings, right? So to try to attract, they will put good pictures with good numbers on that, right? So pictures or visualizations will attract more the the data which you will be having in lakhs and lakhs, crores and crores records. And if you see any of big projects, whatever we do know, we'll be getting in crores only, 10 billion records, 20 billion records, 30 billion records. And that 30 billion records, management will not be interested to see that 30 billion records. They want only the output. Management, at the end of the day, they will only look into the values, right? What is my current year performance compared to previous year performance, or previous week performance? Just a minute, please. someone at doorstep. Yeah, yes, please. So the management, whoever are there, no, they will be only interested in the values, not 100 GB or 200 GB of data, right? So this 200 GB of data will take and will make the models, data models, and finally will make some visualizations. If you see any of the websites, or if you go to the stock market, or if you see the performance reports of any of the business, they'll be sharing that particular details in quarterly. Okay, I want this quarter, this is the data, and in quarter 4 this is the data, quarter 3 this is the data, this many new projects we got, this many this much revenue got increased. All this can be evaluated, or all this can be done when you have the data. Like Nagarajan sir told, data can never say lie, right? Whatever the data is there, we'll be doing analysis on that particular data. See, and we have just now completed our general elections. In these general elections also, if you see the trends or the exit polls, in these exit polls, what they have done, they have prepared a questionnaire, and they have taken the question, answered the questions from group of people, and they have done the analysis. And that particular analysis, based on that particular analysis, they have given a report. Okay, some went right, some went wrong, or that is all different stories. But like Nagarajan sir told, okay, in his class, he uh, he mentioned, right, based upon the data and the right analysis, you will be getting the right result. Otherwise, you will end up getting the wrong results. One party will feel that, okay, we are going to power, at the end of the day some other might get benefited, right? So accuracy is most important in the data analysis. For that, we have different models, which we'll be discussing in our future classes. Okay, and this is what I am going to explain. First, I have explained about the data, the next data visualization examples, and one more example I'll share with the users. I'll share with the students, which I'm going to share to you also. How many of you know the Udupi story, Udupi King story? In Udupi, actually, it is very famous, and it is known for Krishna, and it is known for giving food. Okay, right. There is a story behind that Udupi. How many of you actually know that particular story? See, we all know that Mahabharata war happened, right? Mahabharata war happened. In that Mahabharata war, all the kings, all the kings, they either moved to the Kauravas side or the Pandavas side. But there is only one king who belongs to this Udupi region. He told that both are my relatives only. Both are my relatives only. I don't want to be part of any of the group. Okay, I don't want to be part of any of the group. So what I'll do is, in war, all the soldiers need food. At the end of the day, after the battle, they need to eat, right? They need to eat and sleep, so that the next day they can go for the war. So what he told is, okay, I will make food for all this, right? And in that particular case, he got a doubt. Okay, how many are going to, for how many of the soldiers I need to cook? That is the main question, right? In everyday battle, some people will die, next day some people, those people will not be there. So how many soldiers I need to cook next day? That is his biggest question. That is also a part of data analysis only. Otherwise, he'll be ending cooking for all the soldiers. On the first day, how many soldiers are there? Till the last day, he'll be end up cooking for those many soldiers, and he'll be ending up in loss, right? So Krishna he went to Krishna, and he gave some prasadam, aval, right? That there is, I think, aval only. He gave to Krishna, okay, and he used to give a handful of owl to him, and after that, after eating few, Krishna used to give the remaining owl to that particular king. So what he observed is, okay, whatever he ate, whatever the remaining are there, those many people are only going to remain in the war next day. Okay, so he used to count that, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 1 lakh, 2 lakh. Because I think in Mahabharata war, around 18 Akshayas people have actually came for the war. Some 18 lakh people, something is the count. We can search that in Google. 18 lakh something. So in that, some people used to die on every day, and based upon this particular logic, the king used to cook for the next day, next day, next day, till the last date. That much accurate your results or your analysis should be. Okay, otherwise the management will end up taking the wrong decisions, right? Not only that is at the business level, for your side also, at the home also, the planning, whatever we do, based upon some, whatever the money or whatever we have, based upon that only we will be making our plans, right? Our plans are not accurate, then what will happen? We'll end up facing the problems, right? So this is one example I will explain to them, to make them understand what is the importance of data analysis, and the data analyst as a person, what he actually need to do using these particular technologies. Okay, G. Okay, everyone. Understood? Can you raise your hands, please? Okay. So this is another example I'll be teaching them, and once these are done, slowly I will move into the technology part. First phase, I'll be teaching these particular examples. Next phase, I'll be going into the Excel. In that particular Excel, what are the analysis we need to do, and what is the significance of the data cleaning? See, whenever we get data, thank you, thank you. Whenever we get the data, no, every time we'll not get the clean data. Every time will not, because data which we get will be made by different groups. Whenever we get the data, first step we need to do is the data cleaning part. So what are the areas where I'll show one more example for that. See again, you are able to see supermarket sales, right? Can you raise your hand? I am trying to share one Excel sheet, supermarket underscore sales. Can you raise your hands if you are able to see? Okay, thank you. See, in this particular supermarket sales, if you observe data is okay. If you take a scenario, if you take the filter conditions, I'll be seeing Hyderabad, Vijayawada, and Visakhapatnam. But if you observe, there is a gaps in this right and left, right. Okay, when I do count of Hyderabad, if I take, you might get 340 as count. Or when I take Vijayawada as a count, you might get 328 hours count. When count and sum might not give problem, but when you are having data differently like this, what will happen is this will consider when you are trying to do any grouping. This Hyderabad is considered as different Hyderabad, or sometimes you might even end up getting some spelling mistakes. See some spelling mistakes, and if you see the spelling mistakes, now see, you have two Hyderabad, two Vijayawada, one Visakhapatnam. Spelling mistakes. So, in this particular scenario, if you take this Hyderabad and this Hyderabad, both are same. But because of the spelling mistake, what will happen is when you do grouping, one Hyderabad, you will get grouped using two Hyderabad's actually, not one Hyderabad, right? So when you are having any typo errors or some wrong wrong data, it will impact your calculation, and it will only, you will get to know only at the end when you are trying to write some formulas. So first step of data, once we get, is the data cleaning in Excel. How to do the data cleaning, how to actually see the data. Okay, what are the rows? If you are having 250, let us take an example where you are having 250 or 300 columns. In those 300 columns, you might not need all 350 columns. You might need 30, 40 columns. Whichever columns are significant for your project, those columns we will try to see that, try to see the typo errors or any data level issues. Okay, once this data is cleaned, d- data cleaning is as much important as the data, because you are having the data but it is not cleaned, still you will end up getting wrong results only, right? So I'll be teaching them the approach or the different type of data level issues that we actually face when we get the data. That in the next step I'll be doing. Afterwards, in Excel, if you take this particular scenario, in the first phase will be, now I am trying to cover this analytics and visualization. Now in this particular Excel, what we are going to actually discuss is, in Excel there are different type of different type of scenarios where you'll be having cell references in cell related formatting. Most important thing is, 1 minute, yeah, if and else. See, if and else, if and else scenario. In if and else scenarios also, if scenario, difference between if and ifs, there is a concept called if and ifs, three. Okay, two concepts. So when I'm going to use the if condition, when I'm going to use the ifs condition, that I will be explaining afterwards. I have examples also. See, if See, samples I am having if condition, how to write a if condition, if I want to have end condition, if I want to have or condition, end or condition. Okay, nested if more than one ifs conditions like that. I will share them the examples with a very basic thing. Then I will make them to do practice using the larger data sets. Larger data sets, and I'll be sharing them the scenarios. If condition, the next in this if condition only, comparison operators, using comparison operators like that. I have some excel sheets for explaining and also for practicing in the same way using the logic average count. In this count also, these are very important for our analytical purpose. Count, what is difference between count, what is count if, and what is count ifs, what is difference between all these three, and where we'll be using those. And the madre, what is average if, and what is average ifs, some ifs, some if. And the madre, I will explain all these formulas, whatever formulas that we are having in excel, which are helpful in our data analytics. I will share them the example. I will even share them the exercises to do. If if the next in cell formatting also, we can cell formatting, Anna, we will be having a cell where based upon some logics we'll be giving some colors or anything to those particular cells. That is actually the cell reference or cell formatting. ఒరే ఒక నిమిషం. See, cell formatting, relative, what is relative absolute reference and Madhuri, not this one. What your nation? Sorry, cell formatting. Yeah, cell formatting. See this above average, greater than scenario. If you want to show, if you want to highlight your management, anything greater than some particular value, some in different colors. See, when we are going on road, at the traffic signal, we have three colors, right? Three colors. One is red to stop. One is orange, right? Orange to or some yellow color to start and green color to move on, right? And the madre, when we are showing to our management, we can show the top 10 or top 5 based upon management requirement. Top 5 in one color, bottom 5 in another color. Okay, average, if at all we are having, if we want to show some average in different color. அந்த மாதிரி நமக்கு எக்ஸல் வந்து நிறைய ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் இருக்கு. All those options we can actually make make students to work on, and these options will looks more, your data looks more appealing with these particular options. அதுக்கப்புறம் in excel, after moving with this conditional and other scenarios, then we can move to lookup. What is pivot chart, what is pivot table, what is pivot chart, what is actually lookup. Namaku lookup the v lookup, the next h lookup. What is difference between v lookup, with a different option. V lookup with one table and one option. V lookup வந்து ரெண்டு table use பண்ணி v lookup how to use, that is another option. V lookup using two different tables, sorry, two different files, or file and from one file to another file. If I want to do VLOOKUP, how to do? So அந்த மாதிரி VLOOKUP, then next H lookup, then next also X lookup. These three we can actually, I'll be explaining to the students using these examples, whatever the files I am having. Otherwise, also we'll take the fresh files, but we'll be sharing the data sets, large data sets for students to even practice whatever we explain in the class. So what they can do is they can view these videos, and they can again rework on whatever I explain uh, for all these different scenarios. Okay. Yes, please. Are we clear? Can we move on to next topic? Okay, right? Okay, thank you. Thank you. I will conclude in next 10-15 minutes. I will teach the other part and I'll conclude. Then we can go for a for 1 hour break, and we can again come back at 2 o'clock. Okay. 11 to 1. I will conclude in next maximum to maximum 10 minutes. After coming back, I'll start with some other topic. Okay, these are the concepts in Excel. In Excel, again I repeat, Excel. What is the base for Excel? How to do the data cleaning? What are the different scenarios that we might get stuck in data cleaning part? Data cleaning can be done for numbers. Okay, if we are having null values or blank values in the data, what is the impact? Whatever example, again, if we if we take a student scenario, if a student came for an exam, he got some marks like this: 87, 89, 67, 98, and some 100. 1 2 3 4 5 6. And if I do some, see, if I do some, he got 441. 441 out of how many papers? 6 papers. But one subject he is absent. Because of that, I made this as blank. So if I take average of this, see, I'll do the average of this. If I take, what will happen? See, 88.2 is the average. Right? Is this correct? 88.2 average is correct for this. Yes, 88.2 is the average they got. Is this correct? Total he got 441. Total you will not find any problem. But 88.2 average is correct for this marks. No. Why? Because he did not write one subject, and when we are doing average, what it will do? No, Excel, it will take average of only the columns where we are having data, blank values, it will leave. So 88.2 is wrong. In the மாதிரி scenarios how to tackle? Real time some people told yes, sir. Okay. Actually, these should be calculated for 5 instead of 6. In real time, sir, in real time scenario, if at all any student is absent, for that student will make as 0, right, for the subject. And we will calculate the average based upon 6 subjects only, not on the 5 subjects. Right. So in this situation, I need to make this as 0. Then his average comes down to 73.5, which is correct. So in the மாதிரி scenarios நமக்கு real time கண்டிப்பா வரும். salesperson, if he worked for 20 days and he went for 10 days on leave, and on an average daily sales value, if you calculate, you cannot calculate only for 20 days, we'll calculate for 30 days, and we'll ensure that these days zero because he is absent, and his sales value for per day for for the entire month will get decreased. Understood? Understood? Can you raise your hand if understood? So when you are having blank values, blank data, how to actually do that? Whether need to make as zero or any other logic need to be used, that we need to discuss with the client, and we need to give them as in real time. For marks scenario, will make that as a zero only for convenience sake, so that he will get his average correctly, right? So this is one particular scenario where missing values will play key role. So how to handle the missing values when we are having any numeric values, or missing values or some wrong values in the date level, some in ddmmyy format, and some in ddmm dd sorry yymm and dd format. If date is in different formats, first we need to clean that date format, then only we need to make the data analysis. Okay, this is what I am going to explain in excel, and these are the topics, as I explained, those are the topics I am going to explain in excel. After that I will move to the pivot charts, where I'll be teaching them what are the different type of charts in excel also. What are the different type of charts, whether is a combo chart, a line chart, a bar chart, a pie chart, all those I'll be explaining uh, in excel also. Afterwards we will move into one of the tools that was actually that we have suggested, that is called the metabase. Metabase, like power bi, tableau, metabase is also one of the tools, freeware, which we can actually access, and which we can use for using our data analysis. So in that, first I'll be teaching how to install Java, or how to install the jar files, and how to install the metabase into the system. So I'll be explaining in the week one, as part of the week one program. With that we'll be concluding our week one program. So I'll be explaining all this, and finally I'll be ensuring to share the how to do the installation steps on metabase. So once metabase is installed, then we'll be working on the metabase, what is metabase, and what are the different type of charts, what is the dashboards that we are going to prepare. Those things I'll be explaining in this particular metabase. In next 2 hour session, I'll be sharing my uh, what are the topics that I'm going to share week 2, week 3, week 4. Okay, what are the different type of charts that we are going to make, what are the filters, what is drill down and what is drill up, what is sql, how to integrate sql with the metabase, what are pivot tables, all those I'll be explaining. What I'm going to explain to the students, I'll be sharing to you post lunch. Okay, okay, please. Can we go for a break, 1 hour break? Okay, thank you, thank you. I hope you all You all getting what I am actually trying to explain to the students. This is my approach for explaining to the students with the different examples. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you. So again, let us meet at 2 p.m. sharp. Okay. Four topics. Thank you all. So this is what we actually discussed in the morning. What we are going to see in data analytics. What is power visualization we have discussed, and the topics that we are actually going to see in Excel, that also we discussed, and Metabase is one of the tool that we are actually going to do our visualization as part of this program. Okay, now Metabase is one of the data visualization tool along with Power BI, Tableau, Google Analytics, Looker. These are some of the other tools. When we are discussing about this particular data analytics, we are even try to explain. See, visualization, anyone can make those visualization. To make the visualization more appealing, what are the steps we actually need to follow? Those things will try to see how the visualization should be, and what are the formats that we actually need to follow. Those steps, let us see. See, when we are making any visualization, this is what I am going to explain to them. Any visualization, no, placing placing those visuals is plays more important role, and visualization is something like it is a blend of science and art. I'll be explaining what are the different type of visuals they need to prepare, and if they prepare, see, if you drag and drop two or three objects, automatically a visual, and you choose a visual, then automatically a visual will get formed, right? Whether it is a line chart, whether it is a bar chart, or whether it is a pie chart, or whether it is a tree map, any of the visual, it will form if you drag and drop two objects, two or more than two objects, right? But when we are making visuals, we need to have an understanding. Okay, if you have only two objects or two variables, what are the type of graphs you need to take? If you are having only two variables, x and y axis, then you can go with line chart or bar chart. If you are having more than two objects, then you can go for clustered bar chart, stacked bar chart. Like that, I will be explaining them for number of variables. If you are having two variables, what type of graph? If you are having three variables, more than two variables, what type of graphs? And placing the graphs plays very, very, very important. See, placing the graphs. See, how many of you know preparing the biryani? Yes, please. Can you mention in the chat how many of you know how to prepare biryani? How many are there? You guys are able to hear me, right? Can Ganesh, you are able to hear me, right? Yes, some are making
Yes, sir,
yes.
I can
Correct,
hear you,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, some are
Some are mentioning yes, 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 yes. Some are mentioning yes. 1 minute. Okay, some are mentioning that yes, we know, we know. Okay, but if you the biryani that we make at home, okay, we all make biryani and we'll keep that in plate and we'll eat that. But when you go to any five-star hotel, right? Yeah, they will put a biryani. They will put a plate in that. They will put some biryani, and on top of that, any biryani. Okay, if you take the veg biryani, no, on top of that they will put some tomato slices. They will put some carrot slices. So they will they will try to make that biryani more attractive, right? After eating that only you will get to know whether that is good or not. But if you see the biryani, okay, if you see that biryani, you'll feel that wow, how the biryani is. Okay, Andamadirda, when you are having data, okay, giving some dashboard is not that important. Anyone can do that. As an experienced person, we need to follow some steps for making your graphs more appealing. Okay, not only giving good data or good analysis is important. At the same time, the graphs also need to be more appealing. It cannot be a cluttered. Okay, I know so much knowledge. Okay, I have so much data. And in a page, if you put 50 different type of graphs and give to your management, they will still get confused with by seeing those graphs, right? Cluttered graphs. You call that as cluttered. It need to be very neat. If you take 3 or 4 pages of those graphs also, you need to have 3 or 4 with one page if you take HR, or another page if you take or another page marketing, another page some finance related, like that, department wise or as per your project. If you make in 2 3 different pages with less number of graphs, no, then the graphs will looks more appealing. How to make that? That will I will explain with this particular presentation. See, if you take any of this presentation, no, see, graph, 9 borders. Will keep those 9 borders. In these 9 borders, we will have some graphs over there. See here, one graph. 1 minute, please. See, one graph over here. 2 3. If you are having multiple, we can make this in 9 different sides. Or if you are having only 3, see here, above 3 they have mentioned some data over here, and below they have mentioned. See here also they are actually having 5. Here they have mentioned one more. So they have taken this in horizontal, and in this particular they have mentioned graphs like this. So if you take these graphs, it looks more appealing, right? And see, you can divide the page of your dashboard into equal partitioning. Okay, and in that equal partitioning, you can make then whatever the graphs you are having. In that you need to, if you are taking any cards also, in those cards you need to place properly in such a way that these two, okay, if you take these two need to overlap exactly with the same dimensions. Like that, if you make, no, it looks more appealing. See, when we go out for a party also, how will go? Will okay, I have one pant and shirt. Okay, I'll wear one pant shirt. I'll go. Or I have a one chudidar. I'll take one chudidar. Okay, I will go. No, right? If we come to office also, we maintain some what you will tell uh, whatever the organization standards are there, we will maintain that, or when we go to any party, we'll maintain that particular decorum, right? In the same way, whatever the graphs you make as part of your dashboard need to be that appealing. See here, in this they have proximity. In this also they are having some difference. See, contrast type of graphs. Repetition, when you are having any repetitive data, repetitive, all if you keep at one place, again that will become clutter. So one set at the top, one set at the bottom, and in between some other graphs. All these different of permutations and combinations. See here, if you take the if you take this particular borders also need to be maintained in one particular order. See here, right? This is how actually this is how we actually need to maintain the graph, and how it need to be maintained. I will take scenarios and I'll explain to the students how the margins should be. See, when we go for any marriage festival, in that first what they will do, they will put a banana leaf. On top of that banana leaf, first what they will put, they will not put sambar, right? They'll put curry at one place. They'll put curry at one place. Then next dal at one place. Then next, if they are having a payasam or pongal, they will place at one place, and they'll place a chutney on top. They'll place all those things on the top, and kila they'll place the rice, right? So they will follow a particular order when we go for marriages, right? Will you accept? Will you all accept? If they put sambar also, once they put idli, or once they put vada, on top only they will put sambar. On the plain banana leaf, they will not either put sambar or rasam or the curd directly, right? அந்த மாதிரி these standards, whatever I am explaining over here, these standards were shared by the experienced people who are into this particular dashboards. Okay, can you raise your hands if you accept my example and the visualization scenarios whatever I have shared? Okay, so main thing what I will teach as part of the dashboard is not about a dragging and dropping of the variables for making the dashboard. I will also teach for which variables, what type of graphs they need to make, and how they need to make those graphs in an appealing format. Even using the colors also plays a significant role. See here, I'll show, see some colors, color, sizing, all these, see inconsistent colors. When you are using inconsistent colors, dark background and a light color with some text with other colors, it will not be appealing, or even it is very difficult even to read also. See now here, consistent coloring, inconsistent colorings. So all these I will explain as part of this particular Metabase explanation. Now let us try to go and look into the Metabase. When I start the Metabase, the basic requirements for the Metabase is first they need to have the Java get installed, and second is the Metabase jar files. Once the Metabase and jar files are there, then they can actually start working on this particular data. Okay, let me try to open the Metabase and show how it looks actually. And this is a website from where you can actually where you can actually start working on the Metabase and working on the Metabase or download the Metabase. Now let me try to open the Metabase. First, let me try to take this command prompt. Already in my system, Metabase is there. So I just need to open this particular CD. I have my Metabase in this particular folder. So CD Metabase. CD Metabase. And after that, Ganesh, can you mute please? Can you mute everyone? Okay, once you install Metabase and once you install your Java files, by giving this Java -jar metabase.jar, what it will do is it will directly open our Metabase. See, now Metabase is getting opened. Now once this is done, there is one port called port 3000. See, now script is getting executed and internally Metabase will get open. Now initialization is complete. Once this is done, I can open my Metabase. 3000 is the port. Login 3000, 1 minute. See, this is a place, local host 3000. If you give this after completing this local host 3000, automatically your Metabase will get open. See, Metabase localhost 3000. Now we are into the Metabase. This is a Metabase main page. In this Metabase main page, you have the options like, see, if you go to the admin, you have the options like you can add people. See, if you want to invite someone, I can invite them by giving their first name, last name, and their email ID. I can invite them. They can become part of this particular group. This is for creating the groups or creating the users. I have created my own. Like that, when we go into the organization wise, we'll create those particular users. And after creating the users, see here, access access users administrator. In this particular thing, what I can do is I can create a group. I have created all users and administrator. Like this, I can create a group. I will create something like, see here, they have mentioned marketing, right? Same way, I'll create a marketing. I'll create a group called marketing. I'll add, or I'll try to create a I'll try to create a group called computer computer department. Computer department. See, I have created a group, and in this group, what I'll try to do is I will try to add members. In this, I'll try to add members. I'll give my own name. First step is creating the group or creating this, installing, opening, and creating the users. Now I have created this particular user. Okay, for this particular group, what I can do is I can actually I can edit name. I can add the users. Okay, in this particular group, these are the reports that we can actually. As of now, we don't have reports or the dashboards. If we create any dashboards, no, we can mention that these dashboards you can give access to only these particular users. Like that, we can create settings in this people. After that, the data model. In this data model, what will be available means the data that we have created. See, this is the sample data set created by Metabase. Like that, we can create our own data sets. I can use Postgres, like Nagarajan sir told in the morning, by using any of the Postgres or MySQL or ClickHouse, using these three databases, we can create our tables. And in this, see here, data sample and this Postgres. I can create a database, and I can use this particular database for my project. See here, permissions. See now, permissions. These are the permissions. Once I create, see, collection of permissions. Once I create these, see here. Now initially administrator and all users is there. Now no access. If I give create collection, I have given permission to them. I have only view collection. All users has greater access. Okay. Okay. Marketing is. See, in this also, there is an option called also change sub collections. In this particular group itself, if you are having any sub collections, we can again create those sub collections over here. See here, I have initially it was given full access. Now what I have done is I have given them only access to view the reports. Sometimes what will happen is, as a developer, we have the complete control on those reports. We will not give control to everyone, because if any of the other employee who make changes to these dashboards, no, will not get no, right? That is the reason the computer department or the data analyst or whoever are working in this particular Metabase, they only will have the complete control on this. For others, will only give view option. They cannot make any changes to that particular dashboard or the report. This is how installation. The next people are adding the people and giving access to them. The next data model, bringing the data. Fourth is, if you want to bring any database, see here. If you want to give any database, you can give the database details over here. All these we will explain as part of the program. In this database name, username, password, or any other URL, all those things will mention. Will explain to them with PPT or with the notes given to them, and I'll ensure that they will do along with me, so that no, so that they will also get hands on. based upon the time, based upon the time and the time constraint. I'll show to them live so that no others can follow that. This is about the data and this is about the permission. These are the important tabs as part of the Metabase. Once that is done, we are coming out of this. And account settings, if you see the account settings, my name, my email, and my this okay password. If I want to change password, I can do that. Login history. When I have logged into this, all those details you will get. This is about the account settings and about Metabase. This is your on version 40.02. This is the version. And once that is done, next thing is writing simple questions. See, ask a question, simple question. From where you want to, we are having in sample data set orders. See now, if you click on this, you will get the details. See, you are getting the details of this particular order. Okay, and in this, if you want to apply filters, see, if you want to see summarize sum of sum of the quantity based upon the, see, this is something like group by option based upon the user ID. If you want to make based upon the user ID and product ID, you can get your visuals. See some visuals. See here, without in the morning session, I told right. Without having knowledge on the data, also we can extract some visuals, but we'll get output like this only. That is the reason whenever we do, we need to have knowledge on that. See user ID, what user ID. If I remove this user ID and if I take only product ID, then you might get some detailed information. See product ID 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you want to apply any sorting in this, see, I have applied. And if you want to apply sort by product ID or sum of amount, sorting ascending or descending. Sorting descending. Now see, sum of discount. And if you want to make any visuals of this, and if you want to, in this only, if you want to apply only top 10, I'll mention something like top 10. Top 10. Now I got top 10. I got top 10 records. Okay. In this top 10, if you want to make some visuals to see bar graph, you got some bar graph. Or if you want to get some row graph, you got some row graph. Or if you want to get some mini aerial graph, you will get some aerial graph. Like that, these are some of the, or if you want to only get the table format, you will get the table format. In this, you have some conditional formatting. You apply some colors. If product, if sum of amount, I am selecting sum of amount is sum of amount, choose column, sum of amount is greater than or is greater than some hundred or greater than 80, then use some color. See, I have mentioned right. If you want to show some top 10 or some top 5, then you can give rules. You can set your rules like that. I have set a rule something like if it is greater than 90 or greater than some, you give this in green color. Like this, we can actually make our own visuals based upon the data that we actually receive from the users, and based upon that particular scenario we can create our data model. If you are having only one table, then it is okay, okay to have a graph like this. But when you are having more tables and you need to extract the data from more tables, how you will be doing? You will be using some operation. The order, user ID and product ID. In the same way, you have you might be having product. In this product, you might be having the product ID, and there you have product ID, and there you are having another called order and product. So what I'll do is I'll take a simple equation something like this: order, summarize, order I have taken, and I will be adding one more column, join data. I'll be using join data, order, orders. In this orders, I will add product ID. See here, sorry here. Orders I have taken, join data. Join data with which one? Product. So order, product ID. Then next, summarize, sum of total based upon the product, based upon the product ID, and based upon the some other option. Just for, see here, I have taken the product ID, product category, order, products, two tables, and in these two tables, product ID I have taken. Some output you will get. See, wherever you have data, you got the output. Wherever you don't have this. So this only, if you want to make any visual, you can make a visual like this. In this particular scenario, I am trying to explain you, with random scenarios. But when I explain the same to the students, I will take a particular case study or data sheet, and in that data sheet, what are the things that we need to evaluate, I'll share to them, so that no, they will work on those particular visuals only. But this is what I am going to explain to the students. In the same way, once we have created this, we can create dashboards. See, now I'll give some name to this as orders. Okay, order, save. Not now. Now I'll try to create a dashboard. See, dashboard. Dashboard name is some new dashboard. New dashboard I'll make. Okay. And in this new dashboard, create. When I create the new dashboard, it will be empty. After this, what I will do is I will add, see, there are some data over here. There are some data over here. See now, I am creating this order, orders.
வீட்ல இருக்கான் இருப்பான் 4 வயசு ஆகுது
Ganesh, can you make everyone mute now, please?
சேர்த்துட்டேன் இங்கதான்
See now, like this, once we prepare the dashboard, then what we'll do is we will, once we prepare these questions, first whatever the single things, whatever we are preparing, those are called the questions. And once this is done, we will make a new dashboard. Now a new dashboard, new dashboard got created. In this particular dashboard, if you want to add any questions, you can add questions or add heading. You can add headings. The new dashboard, new dashboard. Okay, so I'll make this as a new dashboard, and I'll set this new dashboard. Now what I'll do is I will take this to the top. Okay, now this dashboard, I have given some dashboard to this, some name to this particular dashboard. Okay, and left side or right side, if I want to, now see, it came to middle, and in this also, if I want to bring this to middle, again I'll make this to middle and save. Now this is this is the dashboard, simple dashboard we have prepared. Suppose to this particular dashboard, if I want to, let us say I want to create two images. Okay, let us try to create some filter conditions over here. See, if I want to create filter conditions to this, the filter by date range. I'll mention some date range over here. Once the date range is mentioned, main thing in Metabase is once you mention any of the filter conditions, you need to link that to all your whatever the questions that you have actually prepared. See now, date range. In this, created it, created it, created it, created it, created it, created it, and created it. So once I make these visuals, I will prepare. See here. Now once you are done with this, you can select the date range. In this, what is the date range is there, that accordingly if you give date range along with the product category. If you want to add some other filter condition, you can add the filter condition. Filter condition is other category, and for other category I'll mention as product category, product category. So whatever the object that we take filter as a filter condition, we need to join that particular scenario with all these files, whatever we have taken. Then what will happen is it will get linked or it will get synced to this particular data. See, if I mention see gadget, no data over there for that. So gadget, you got some records. And along with this gadget, if you want to I am applying multiple filter conditions. See now, you got the data. Because I don't know the date range in this, I am only trying to apply this particular scenario. Like this, you can apply the filter conditions at the report level. This is the dashboard, simple dashboard that we have made using the Metabase. And in this, we are having the data directly as once we install, along with the installation system will share the sample data set. That particular sample data set will be bringing over here. Otherwise, next option is using Postgres database. We can insert data into our Metabase, and that particular data we can take as a project, and we can do our visualizations. This is the this is the Metabase related information that we are going to share with the students in the first week. See, for the 3-4 weeks, we'll be sharing that information only to the students. Filter conditions using user groups. I have shown user group and access pivot table. You can create a pivot table as well. See, in this only you are having the data, right? Go to a question, create sample data set, order ID, this order ID, and join data with the product ID. By default it came. Okay. Now I am trying to take a sum of total and average count of rows not required. Let me try to go with average of price. Some randomly I am taking now also based upon the product category. Then next, user in this user ID. User ID also not required. Product total, product ID, user ID, product category, and vendor. Let us try to take this. Sort by sum of total. Done. Then next. See now we got this particular data, right? From this particular data, if you want to apply any pivot table, see pivot of see now you got the pivot of the product along with widget, the next gizmo, the next gadget. See this sum of total and average total of this particular scenario. In this also, if you give any particular conditions, like I want to do some filter conditions over here only. You can apply filter condition at the dashboard level, or you can apply filter condition at this level only. See, product, product vendor, product vendor, product vendor is product vendor contains product vendor is see no. If you type any single word, you will get the details. If you want to see only 2 or 3 product vendors, just I have done filter over here. Now, once I do this, I will get only those particular details, those 3. This is about doing the pivot in Metabase. This pivot can be done in our Excel as well. We can do the same activity in Metabase. So when we are going to discuss about the projects, we'll try to see the students do that in Excel as well as Metabase, so that they will get hands-on experience in both Excel as well as in Metabase. Okay. Okay, guys. Sorry. Okay. Okay. I need to call you as sorry. I need to call you as mentors. Okay, mentors. Because no, mentors play very crucial role in any of the student life. Because in one of the speeches, after receiving Bharata Ratna also, when one student asked, sir, who actually motivated Abdul Kalam sir, told that there is one teacher from Rameshwaram. His name, I think, his name is Subramanian Iyer. Yes, I think his name is Subramanian Iyer. He is a person who actually explained me about one particular subject, which actually created interest in me. In the same way, we are the mentors, and our main motto is to create that interest in the students. Am I right? Can you raise your hands if you guys agree? If you all mentors agree? No one is raising their hand. Yes, sir. 1% Shiva Yogam. Thank you, sir. I think everyone were in post lunch impact, I guess. Right? Post lunch impact. So this is my approach about either the analytics or power visualization or the Excel installation of Metabase. Then next, connecting to the Metabase, and after connecting to the Metabase, the dashboards, how we actually make the dashboards, all those things we have actually seen now. Right now, what are the other drill down user groups, SQL builder, and one of the prerequisites we are actually asking is for any of the database knowledge. Because when in Metabase, when we are actually trying to bring data, we need to bring through SQL only. We can upload data using SQL. So the students who are actually attending this particular program, they should be aware of SQL. That will only make their lives very easy. It is not like SQL advanced level. If they know the basic also, how to create a table, update a table, delete a table, or delete a record, or update a record. Because when project starts in the initial phase, what they need to have is they need to create the table. They'll be having the data. Based upon the data that they receive, they need to create the tables. First step. Once they create the table, every time they will get a new data. Once they get a new data, means they need to update that into that particular table. Every time table will be same, but the records month on month, if you take sales table, or if you take employee table, or if you take student table, any of the table, no, if you take student table, every year the students will change, right? You take computer department, 2023 batch, you'll find different student. 2024, you have different students. So when you get new data again, you need to copy that particular new data into the system, or their attendance records need to update on month, or day on day, or week on week. In the same way, employees, you are all faculty employees, right? Every month you will be receiving your paychecks. So that paycheck related information they need to update in that particular table, right? So when the data need to get updated, again this data need to take, and we need to execute a script in Postgres so that it will get updated in the Metabase. And sometimes what will happen, they might get wrong data or wrong entry. Then what client will do is he will come up with a scenario that okay, this data whatever I have shared before is having wrong record. So please try to delete that particular record. So what we'll do is we'll try to run an update script. Using that particular update script, we will remove the data, delete the record, or sometimes other scenarios will come. Name change, address change. If not name change, most of the time address change will come, right? If we move from one place to another place, we'll give the new address details. So address 1, address 2, address 3, pin code, city, all these things need to get changed. So we'll run an update script for changing that particular data for that particular employee. Right. All these scenarios, all these real-time scenarios, we will be giving to the students, and they need to work on all these scenarios. For that, basically, they need to have an understanding on SQL, DML commands, DDL commands, all this they need to have an understanding. Okay. After that, sharing, data access, data visualization, basic charts, dashboard, connect data to database. And before me moving to other topic, do you have any clarifications? You can mention in the chat, because almost 4 weeks of 4 weeks of this particular syllabus, whatever I am going to explain, no, I have already shared. I have explained to you what is my approach. Okay, so if you are having any of the mentor is having doubts, means please text over here. And I know that you all know these particular topics, okay. And whatever I am trying to explain, I am trying to explain based upon my particular experience in the industry. Okay. So if you are having Yeah, Julie, do you want to ask anything? Yes, please. If you are having any doubts after this, also you can have these videos. Anyhow, these are recorded. You can have a glance of these videos. Okay, but if you are having any queries, no, you can very well ask over here, because at the end of the day, you are the people who are actually going to coordinate with your students. I'll be sharing my industry knowledge, and I'll be sharing the scenarios, everything to the students. But at the end of the day, you are the professors, or you are the mentors for your students, right? So if you are having any doubts or any suggestions or anything, you can very well text over here. Let me try to wait for another 2-3 minutes. Then I will go for the next topic. Yes, okay. I hope everyone were clear with my approach, and everyone were okay with my. I believe that everyone were okay with my approach also. With that, what I'll do is I'll try to take a recap of whatever we have actually discussed. And in tomorrow's class, what I'll do is I will try to bring the data sets for CRM, HR, ERP, e-commerce. These data sets I will try to bring, and I'll try to explain those scenarios along with the MIAL and linear regression using Excel. How I am going to teach, I will explain in tomorrow's session. Okay, so as I have mentioned, this this 12 weeks, I am going to actually cover the data analytics part. Importance, what is power visualization, importance of power visualization, and what are the different type of charts we are having, and for which scenario, which type of chart we are going to use. Ganesh, you are able to hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
You are able to hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so if you are having line chart, when you can go for the line chart, when if you are having a bar chart, when to take bar chart, pie chart when you can take, or gun chart when you are take different type of charts that are available in our Metabase. We are going to discuss those particular charts with examples, and along with that same thing will be repeating even with our Excel also. When we are working on our Excel, what we'll be doing is we'll be using the excel formulas Excel formulas, like as I have mentioned, in Excel we are having more than 150 or 200 200 plus formulas, text related, something like length, or something like concatenate, or lower, upper, left, right, middle, some text related. In the same way, we are having numeric numeric Excel functions, something like a count if, some if, some if, some ifs, count ifs, average if, average ifs, this minimum, maximum, these particular commands. Afterwards, rand between, date related functions are there. There are so many date related functions. Okay, year, month. If you want to calculate the age related. Then if you want to calculate the weekend, weekend scenarios, holiday scenarios. If you and even quarterly, yearly, monthly, quarterly scenarios. If we take quarterly scenario in India, our financial system will starts from April to March, right? But it is not the same scenario across the globe. In US and other countries, their financial system will start from January to December. So based upon the client, our formula need to get adjusted. So I will teach them based upon the client when what logics they actually need to use. Afterwards, weekend also same thing. If you take country like India, UK, US, for us it is weekend is Saturday and Sunday. But if you go to Dubai, Saudi, there the weekend is different again. For them the weekend is Friday, Saturday. So based upon the country level also, sometimes our formulas need to get adjusted. Okay, these things I will explain when we are working on Excel Excel and date related formulas, number related formulas. Then next, as I have explained, how to actually do the data cleaning work. The data cleaning I'll be explaining. Then next, pivot table. I can have pivot table. After that pivot table, I can even go with pivot table and pivot chart together. Something like if you are having any data. See, now you are having some data over here. This data I'll take and I will try to make a pivot. See here, pivot chart separately you can have, pivot table we can have separately.
and pivot chart and pivot table together we can have. So I'll take this pivot chart and pivot table, and in this, whatever the data we want, order, numbers, then next sales. See, now sales means I got the data along with the graph also. Sales, I will take status, see status, or I can take the status. And even I can make this status, where the status is. Status has a filter also. See now, status has filter, and you can take whatever the sales value you want. See here, on hold, on this process, disputed. You know, I have created a sales related table over here. Okay, and this sales you can even add over here. Yeah, see now. See now, I am taking this pivot chart. For this pivot chart, by default, you are getting data with the chart as well. And if you want to change this chart type, you can very well change it. Now you are actually seeing this particular clustered column chart. If you want to make this as pie, see this. Now I made this as a pie chart. I have made this as a pie chart, and I can actually change this format areas also. If I want to change the color or text or anything, see over here. See, I have selected this. And if I want to change the color, see no fill. See what type of color I want, or shadow, whatever the option you want. No, accordingly you can change to this particular option using the format data point. So the same thing I have shown this in our pivot, sorry, in Metabase. Now same thing we are trying to do with the different data in Excel also. Or if you want to go for some other option, also you can go. If you want to add country to this, you can add country to this. Product line. Okay, we have product line also. See, in this only, if you want to change your data, or if you want to add any other options, you can very well add. Show field list, product line. See now, product line. And in the filter, if you want to apply country, can apply country. Now in this, if you want to see only 2 or 3 country related information, Australia, Denmark, Canada. Now you can actually see only that particular information. Like this, if you are having data and if you know the scenarios, you can create your own charts in Excel itself. Right? You can have Excel itself, but Excel is still the king of all the visualization or all the basic analysis. But Excel has its own limitations. That is the reason other visualization tools are actually making. See, if you try to see 1 minute. See here. What is the last row of your Excel? It is 1048576. Means around 10 lakh records only you can upload. You can upload in Excel. And that too, if you are having 10 lakh records, opening that file in Excel itself will take a hell amount of time. But with this Metabase or even your Power BI, Tableau, you can extract more data very easily compared to your Excel. If you are having more than 10 lakh or 20 lakh records, still you can upload in Power BI, Tableau, or even in your Metabase. That is one of the major advantage of the visualization tools when we are comparing with our Excel. Otherwise, still with smaller data, you can very well do whatever we are actually doing in Metabase or in Power BI using our Excel only. Right. So in Excel, I have explained all the scenarios. Next, I'll make a move to the Metabase. In this, as I have explained, Java Java and Metabase, these two are the Java is the preliminary, and Metabase you can install with jar file. Once you install, you can use your command prompt. Using that particular command prompt, you can log into Metabase. In Metabase, what are the things that I can do? I can add people. See here, if you go to this Metabase admin role, I can add people, add employees. I can create a data model or the data table, and I can create a database over here. And for the employees who are working on different projects, I can give access to them. Why? Because if you take a finance project, that finance guy doesn't require marketing or HR related data, right? Or the HR person doesn't require a marketing related data, right? So whenever we are creating our users, or whenever we get a request for entering that particular user into the system, we will enter over here and we will create the permission access for that particular user over here. Automatically he can able to access only those particular reports or the dashboards. That is what we actually do in the initial stage of the Metabase after installing Metabase into our system. And Metabase you can access using your Gmail also. They will mention that you need to mention your workplace email, but you can access with your Gmail ID, and you need to go for a fresh account. And 1 minute, Metabase. See, when you open, you need to get started. In this get started, see, they have given some options like you need to fill your details, or you need to select your choose plan, other options. And you should not come to this particular place, and don't and even instruct your students also not to come to this particular page and do some payment over here. This is a free website, and you don't need to log in anything over here. You can directly go to this metabase.com. See, try Freebase or something. Deploy Metabase open source. and getting started. See jar file. We take this jar file and log in using log on. I have mentioned over here, right? Localhost colon 3000. Using this, you can log in into your particular Metabase. Once you logged in, automatically everyone can actually see their 1 minute. Once you log in into the system, automatically you will find some data set. In our data, you will find the sample data set, and just have a glance of this sample data set. What are the columns that are there in this? See order, people, product, reviews. So you take these particular tables and start working on by creating ask question, system question, simple question or custom question. You can do. Initially, you can actually do with the sample data set and a simple question. From this simple question, try to show editor, and this is the option. Summarize. Summarize means it will do grouping of that particular scenario. Or if you want to write any expression, you can write your own expression using these particular formulas. Using these formulas, you can write your own questions. And after that, as I have shown, just click on this visual. Just if you click on this visual, you will get your visual details. This is for ask question. Once that is done, you save this in one particular any of these particular folders. Or in the initial stage itself, you can create. See here, you can create your own folder. See here, create a new dashboard, and in that particular you can add your questions. You browse all items. See now here. See here. New collection. You can write your name and whatever the option you want. New collection. You can mention something like new collection. Analytics. Create. See now. What happened? A new collection got created. In this new collection, you can start creating. See, a simple question I'll be using. Sample data set. People. I'll mention state as NE or count of rows based upon the state. I'll mention based upon the state. Now, if you see this, see now. Map also you got. Now, what I'll do is I will save this people some count by state, and I will be adding in this new collection. Save. Not now. Now, if you go back to our new collection, and if you see, you got count by state. Okay, count by state, one particular visual or one particular question got updated in this particular group or in this particular new collection. So in this way, we are going to create n number of visuals, and based upon those visuals, we are going to create our dashboards, new dashboards with the data sets which we are going to explain in our tomorrow's class. Tomorrow's class will be explaining mostly on these particular databases, data sets, and what are the different type of visualizations that we actually can make using these particular data sets. Okay. CRM, HR, ERP package, e-commerce related data sets, and the respective visualizations from that particular data sets. Those we'll be discussing in tomorrow's class, along with the introduction, linear regression, using Excel, line of best fit. All this we are going to cover in tomorrow's class. Okay. Yes, please. How many of you are having any queries? Please raise your hand. And how many of you understood also can raise their hand. So in today's class, we have covered almost what I am going to explain in the first 4 weeks of my training program. In tomorrow's class, I will be explaining the next 2-3 weeks what I am going to explain in my training program. Tomorrow's class time, it is at same 11 a.m. For data analytics, it is 11 a.m. and for testing, it is 10 a.m. Yeah, it is same link. So tomorrow I'll be bringing the data sets and I'll explain those particular data sets. Okay, along with some questions also. Okay, thank you all. In next 5 minutes, if you are having any queries, no, just mention in the chat. Okay, speak with Tamil and English mix in tomorrow class because it was easily understand. Okay, I'll try to do that. Yeah. Yes, I'll try to do in my tomorrow's class English and Tamil both. I think everyone have even mentioned their attendance related information over here, right? Try to share your attendance details also. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. In tomorrow's class, we'll again discuss other topics, and you can also from today's session, you also can share your ideas. If at all any new ideas if you are having, you can share that. Okay then. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Again, let us meet tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Thank you all.